Open your mind. Your mind. Your mind. Your mind.
Let me see the fucking. Where's he at?
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, see, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost at $1 billion. Three PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hears these sirens and looks through the mirror and sees this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, Paul. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Why do you think you never pick up the paper until you read over and over and see white families? You think it's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops shot my loved one 42 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are better? Think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, look, we saying, if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that anytime a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you to drive a car. And if you use it wrong, then you'll lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, then we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it'll start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Factory Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Weston House. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
Happy. San Antonio, Lincoln 6. Go ahead. Clear suspect down, 10-4. That's 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind. Your mind. Your mind. Your mind. And peace, folks. Welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought Series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you Negroes knew that already. That's why your black asses are here. Tonight, special show tonight. Brother Citizen Lou is in the house tonight, and he's going to be dropping some travel gems on you good folk. But Y'all know before we get started, we always start the show off with me thanking you for your likes, your shares, your views, your subs, and of course, your hard-earned pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces. Because I realize you don't have to do it, man. You don't have to watch these damn videos. You don't have to show up for these streams. You don't have to like them, share them, and you definitely don't have to drop your hard-earned coins on this platform. But you good folks choose to do so, man. Night after night, you're here. And I want you to know, man, that I don't take you lightly. I never have, and I never will. I'm humble. I'm appreciative, man. I'm honored, and I'm thankful. I know you don't have to do it, man, but you do it anyway, man. You support this channel, man, and I do not take that lightly. So I want you to know, man, that I'm thankful to the good folks who hang out in here and the good folks who hang out up in here. All right? All right. So let's get at it without further delay. Let me bring in my folk, the one and only Citizen Lou. Brother Lou, what's good with it, man?
What's going on, Brother X? How you doing, fam?
What's going on, brother? What's going on, man?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me on, bro, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. I was actually talking about you today to my man. I was telling him, I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have Lou on. And I didn't know that you don't live in the state, right?
Nah, I'm in Colombia right now.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have Brother Lou on tonight. And I know he traveled all over all over. I said, I'm not sure if he's in the States. And they were like, nah, they was like, Lou don't live in America.
I haven't lived. I haven't lived in America in a minute. I was in America this past March, but other than that, I've been in Colombia about pretty much full time. The last 6 months? Yeah.
Okay, so let me get right into it, man. Like, why did you say, okay, I don't want to live in the States no more. I'm out of here. Like, did you just pop up, think about it one day? I mean, what made you do it?
Man, that's a great story. I mean, that's a great question, bro. I can this actually went back to 2018. Can you hear me good? Am I good to go?
Yes. Yeah, you good. You got it.
Okay, so I got out the Navy and I had moved to Vegas after that. And I didn't really have a lot going on. I had some money saved up, but I didn't really have like a job lined up. So I was doing real estate and I was doing sales and stuff like that. And that was cool, but it was a lot of work. I was working like 12, 14-hour days, and I really wasn't getting it like that. And then my grandmother passed away. And then just like my business partner I had in Vegas, it just totally just fell through, right? And I was just at rock bottom, Brother X. I was at like super duper rock bottom. So I had a situation. I had moved back home with my parents, right? This was 2018. And my buddy told me about I could get into this electrician program in San Diego. And I was like, man, bro, I can't afford to live in San Diego, right? So what I did, he told me that I could live in Mexico. TJ, Tijuana, you familiar with Tijuana?
Mm-hmm.
I can live right. Right. So I can live in Tijuana, but work in San Diego, and I could just cross the border, doing that and save some money. And what ended up, the electrician thing didn't really work out like I wanted it to. But what did work out, I ended up getting into like a coding boot camp. And the military paid for it and everything. And that's what I've been doing for the last 3 years, programming. I really it's like full stack. We work like the front end, stuff like that. I work for like a government agency. And we've been working. And then so what happened, I was living in Mexico for about 2 years, but it was kind of San Diego, Mexico. But when COVID popped off around July, I just was like, look, man, I'm not finna, I want to travel and do the whole digital nomad thing. So I was in Brazil. I was in Playa del Carmen, Cancun, Mexico. And then now I'm here in Colombia.
Shit.
But it was crazy, man. I guess what really to answer your question is just that the reason why I did it, man, I really had no choice. I mean, I just, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like, I couldn't afford to live in San Diego. So I was like, the only thing I could do was in Mexico. And that's a crazy story. The first year in Mexico, like I was living there, crackheads and, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they got crackheads in Mexico too, man.
Man, they got them all, bro. They got them all, man. Because like when I was staying at, because I didn't know what I was doing, I just popped up. You know what I mean? And I just found some on Airbnb, and it was crazy, man. It was like it was a crackhead next to me. This one dude was beating his wife. I mean, it was wild, man. But then I had to like when I started making some more money, I like elevated to like a way better area in Mexico. So I just loved it, man. So and the reason why I just in America, man, it just feels like it's like the culture. You know, it's like the they say like America is built for cars, so it's like a lot of these places I go to, you don't really need a car. Like I don't have a car now. I just really walk around because like an Uber's like $2. You know what I mean? I can get across town for like $3.
Okay.
So, you know, and then it's just a good way to build yourself up. I think that's why I really enjoyed it. That's why I always promote traveling. And if you can get something working out where you can work remote, definitely do it.
Well, let me ask you this, because you know we often hear this online. You hear about the SYSBM and passport bros and all that kind of stuff. Is
Passport.
yeah, is life really better? Is it better? Is life better once you get out of America? Is life better?
I would say it's easier. It's more simpler, but you're right. If you got a negative attitude, you're gonna bring that negative attitude everywhere you go, right? But at least here, there's more. It's less stress. Like the culture, you know what I mean? Like it's not like a hustle and bustle. You know, you need to do that. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like they call it like land of mañana, like land of tomorrow. Like people have like a real like, oh, I'll do that, tomorrow type attitude. Like it's not real stringent. You know, so it's like it's just a better vibe, I think. Well, shout out to Keep It Techie. What's up, bro?
So how is it? Being a black man. I mean, how is it like? Because we know how it is here in America, right? Now, how is it for you? Well, you said you're in Colombia now, so let me ask you that. Being in Colombia as a black man, I mean, do you feel the pressures that you feel in America? And is there like a language barrier or no?
Well, there is okay. Well, that last one, there is a language barrier. I do speak Spanish.
Okay.
That's kind of what I do on my channel. I do like Spanish tutorials, and we talk about travel. But yeah, there's a language barrier, and also as a black man. See, well, in Colombia, I don't think it's as because Mexico is not that many black people. So you do stand out in Mexico, but in Colombia, you don't really stand out. They've seen black people. There's plenty of black people around, so they don't really. It's not like any. I don't really feel any like racism or like what you doing around here, boy. I don't feel that at all. Everybody's pretty cool for the most part.
Okay. So this is what you're going to do, right? This isn't some sabbatical. This is the rest of Brother Lou's life, or no?
That's a good question. Well, I'm gonna go back to the States in January, right? Because I got some stuff I got to deal with. But like, so Ex-Patriot, really what Ex-Patriot means is you're somebody who isn't living in your home country for like a long period of time. So, I don't really make crazy money yet to talk about renouncing my U.S. citizenship, because that's like what people do. Because a lot of people don't know this, but like as an American citizen, we're the only country that taxes its citizens no matter where they at in the world.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So like if you're making like real money, like you're making like 7 figures, you could start thinking about that. But right now I'm not really thinking about that. But to ask you, so when you said what I'm really probably gonna do is like get a house in Miami and just kind of do 6 months there, 6 months in South America. That's and then probably buy a house in Colombia and get like my citizenship that way.
Oh, okay. So you plan on becoming a full-fledged Colombian citizen?
Right. Yes.
So what does your family think about that? What like if your parents or your brothers, sisters, your relatives, what do they think about you wanting to be a permanent Colombian citizen?
Well, so they they just said because I could be a dual citizen. They don't want me to renounce my citizenship or anything like that. They definitely don't want me to do that. But they know I'm happy here. They know I'm living great. I'm not asking them for money. You know what I mean? I'm 28 too, by the way. So So they know I'm happy. I talk to my parents every Sunday, every chance I get. So, and we're actually trying to get them passports so they can come to Colombia. So you never know. I mean, I kind of don't want it. I don't want it to be like I'm here and y'all there. You know what I mean? I want it to be like I'm in both places. You see what I'm saying, Brother X?
Okay. Okay. So, have you met a fiance since you've been traveling and being in Colombia and all that kind of stuff, or are you just
No, I'm definitely I definitely got a prospect right now. She's
uh-oh,
yeah,
uh-oh,
she about to get signed. She about to get signed to the team.
about to
Franchise.
about to display the jersey on the podium, huh?
Right. Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
well, let me ask you this, because we hear this shit all the time too. Um, do you feel that there is a not just a better grade of women, but is there a better grade of social interaction in these other countries as opposed to America for a brother?
Yes. Yeah. I think so. 100%. I think that for one, I mean, there's and in this area, it's like it's more women than men off rip, right? It's a 3-to-1 ratio. So there's plenty of women to go around. Two, it's just like you said, like I remember I was in the elevator with this girl. I mean, we were just chopping it up. And she was just, we were talking about, the building and stuff like that. We just have, it just seems easy to talk to people just off rip. Like, and when you walk by people, it's no like mean mugging. It's like buenas noches, buenos dias. It's just a very cool vibe. And you definitely can meet, somebody special, especially if you stay away from obviously the red zone districts, and you like, you got, if you're the right type of cat, I've seen cats come out here. Look, you don't even need Spanish. There's some cats just pull up and they just, you know what I mean? It's just like that, it's just an easier time to talk to people. Everybody's has like a very like lively party attitude. People want to, go out and stuff like that. Even like when the lockdown, they had like little underground little stuff going on over here. So yeah, it's great. It's a great culture to meet people. Yes.
Okay. So of course we know that the culture and all that kind of stuff is different than the United States. Um, so have you acclimated to these I guess Latino cultures, or do you just remain the black man from America while you're down there? I mean, how do you circumnavigate down there? Like, are you becoming more Colombian?
That's a great question. No, I'm always be Lou, no matter what country, no matter what color. But I do have like my own style to like the way I speak Spanish. So it's like I haven't really felt like I need to change. Like I still like I still wear my American stuff. I still wear Nikes. And Colombia. What I like about Colombia, it's pretty Americanized Medellin. It's pretty Americanized for the most part. Like we got like a basketball league here. We play basketball every Saturday. They all pretty much 80% speak English, but I speak, and we have fun. You hear a lot of hip hop music. They're very aware of like stuff that's going on in America. Like, what I mean? So it's you really don't have to change really, to answer your question, Brother X.
Okay. Okay. So would you advise, other brothers to come to Colombia or Mexico, or I mean, would you advise that to other brothers if somebody came to you and say, look, Brother Lou, I'm looking for somewhere to go, I want to be an expatriate too. Would you say come to Colombia?
So personally, I say your first place should be Mexico. That's my opinion, because it's closer, and you can kind of like finagle it. Like if you go to TJ and you could work in San Diego and like save a whole bunch of money. That's what a lot of people do. I was saving about what was it? I was like 10,000 a year, I think, and because the rent difference. San Diego rent is just crazy. So that's I always say Mexico. Colombia's cool too. If you live in like Florida, yeah, I would say Colombia. If you live on that side, yeah. But reason why I don't really like talk about like Thailand and Africa is just because it's so far for the most part. and it's like 7-8 hours ahead,
Okay.
and it's a lot more money. So I kind of tell people kind of stick to Latin America, South America for the most part.
So, do you run into other brothers like yourself down there? Do you run into other quote unquote expatriates down there?
All the time, literally all the time. I know people who've been here like years. There's people I know a guy in Mexico. He's been there like 10 years. I mean, it's just I've ran into brothers. I ran into another. He was a software developer out here. You meet a guy. He had a Shopify. You meet all types of people. You just meet people that I would never meet in real. Like actually, I would never meet these people in America. I feel like because the way America is, it's kind of like a closed. It's like a closed culture. Like it's not really like customary to like talk to your neighbors like that now, in my opinion. Like you can't just knock on your door, like, hey, what up, man? What y'all doing? You get what I'm saying? It's like, but in Mexico and in Colombia, it's like that. You can really just knock on somebody's door, like, hey, what's up, man? Y'all watching the game? You just sit down. Y'all just watch the game.
Wow.
You get what I'm saying? That's how it was. It was just a great, lively attitude. It's just a lively atmosphere.
So, since you've been down there, I guess because this. So, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been, traveling and going to Colombia and Mexico? How long you been doing this? How long?
So I got here late 2018. I got in Mexico late 2018. Like I said, I was in the military, but I don't count military because you kind of like you can't really do as much as you want to do in the military. Like you can't go to certain areas. You got to check in. But so I would say since late 2018 is when I went to Mexico, then Brazil, and now I'm in Colombia.
Okay, so you're well versed on the travel and all that kind of stuff. So, do you do you miss America at all? Do you miss the States at all?
I mean, I miss Chick-fil-A. I promise you, I promise you, I miss Chick-fil-A, dog. Oh my God, I do. But because I'm going back December or January. I'm going back around that time, January.
What?
So
No Chick-fil-A in Mexico, man. No Chick-fil-A down there. Goddamn
no,
it.
man, it's only American, only in America, dog. Only built in America, dog. I wish, boy. I've been trying to find like substitutes. It nothing like Chick-fil-A.
Well, that's usually because I talked to my man Jay Sean. He's in Europe. He's in Germany, and he talks about how there's McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken and all this shit over there. So I'm assuming in the more if you're in the Latin countries, there's not as much as that American stuff like McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut. So none of that shit's there.
Well, they got Pizza Hut, Domino's, Burger King, McDonald's. They got like the big, huge corporation. But Chick-fil-A is more of like a private company that they really only want to operate in America.
Yeah.
And like if you kind of notice, like only certain parts of America too. So like the South and like what I'm saying, like that's where they really operate. Like Waffle House, you know what I mean? Like how there's only Waffle Houses in the South.
Oh yeah. I'm in North Carolina. All that shit is here. Waffle House.
Well, right. See,
right. All that shit is here, man. I mean,
yeah.
Piggly Wiggly, all this so kind of crazy. Because I'm from New York, so when I got down here and saw all this shit, I'm like, what is this shit?
But see, I didn't know you. I knew you from New York, but I didn't know you in North Carolina right now.
Yeah, I've been here for almost 8 years now. Yeah, almost 8 years. Yeah, but it ain't about me. It's about you, man.
Oh, hey, we just chopped it up.
I'll just. So you say you just miss Chick-fil-A. Do you miss? So I'm assuming there's not a lot of black people down there where you are, right? But then again, you're in Colombia, so I guess there are quite a few.
Yeah, it's about. I think it's 35, 40. I think it's 40%.
Okay.
Or considered, African origin. That's a lot of, but it's more of like in Cali and Cartagena. That's like you'll see way more black people. I mean, there's black people here too, but it's not like on the level of Cali and Cartagena.
Okay, so you're not always walking around there feeling like you're black, because like in America, you can find yourself really feeling black depending on where you are, right? Mm-hmm. Depending on where you are, everybody lets you know that you're a black guy. Do you go through that down there when you're in certain parts of town down there? Do you go through that?
No, not really. I think it's more of they know I'm American.
Okay.
It's more I stick out as American. It's just by the way I dress and just having just having an iPhone, I guess, for the most part. They have iPhones. I don't want to say they have iPhones there too, but if I'm out here like recording, you know what I mean, they obviously know I'm like not from there. Just how you move. But it hasn't been like a negative thing. Like nobody's like pressed me or nothing. Like, oh, you from America? Oh, you want to fight? It's never been like that. No, it's yeah. Actually, that was basketball though. Me and this one dude got into it hooping, but that's just hoop stuff though. But what's funny though, I mean, it didn't get to guns. Nobody pulled out a strap. You know what I mean? Wasn't no, So it was tight.
Okay. Brother KIT, my man, he says, do you ever have to worry about the cartels?
Great question. I get that all the time. That's a great question. No, you don't, brother. Unless the only way you can get into them cartels is like you got to look for it. You got to like try to put in an application, and you got to speak Spanish. And you got to like know somebody. As a matter of fact, man, I'm gonna tell you what this one dude told me. It was kind of funny. He said Mexico is racist, but like in a good way. He spoke English. He was talking to me. He was like, it's racist, but like in the way that they think you can fight, and nobody's gonna mess with you if you're a black dude. Like you come down there, you can walk around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, like nobody gonna mess with you. As a matter of fact, when I was in Mexico, I saw them. They were jumping somebody. You know what I mean? And it was like real late. I was walking back from the border, and they were jumping somebody. One dude, he said, "Excuse me, sir." Like he moved past me to go jump the dude. I was like, "Damn!" Like, So I've never had any type of issue. The cartels ain't gonna bother you, man. It's not like you're doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that it's gonna hinder their business. Like if you come there trying to sell drugs, okay, yeah, now you're gonna have an issue.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. But if you just there, nah, you probably won't even run into it.
Wow. So I'm assuming the currency is different. So, are you working there, or are you working remotely in America while you're there? So how does that work for you?
So I'm working remotely in America. My company that I work for is in California.
Okay.
But like they don't, I'm fortunate enough that they don't do VPN checks or anything like that. So I've been working remote since really since COVID popped off. So like almost like a year and some change now.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just doing the digital nomad thing. I'm gonna tell you, I gotta tell you, that digital nomad, that thing kind of overhyped. Like you can't really work on the beach like that. You know what I mean? Like you got to really be stationary. Like how I am now. So I got like a nice spot here in Colombia. It's like a condo. It's real nice, and I got like a monitor set up here for my workstation. So and I'm a lot more productive when I'm stationed there. I don't really like just bouncing from city to city every 2 weeks. So it's not productive.
So I mean over there, well, what's the exchange rate over there? So
it's $1 to 3,700 Colombian pesos.
Oh shit! So you living good down there?
I'm living good. I can't lie, man. I'm living good. But I'm living good. I don't even. Okay, but I can order my groceries. They got these app. It's like Uber Eats. It's like DoorDash, but it's like only for Latin America. It's called Rappi. Okay. I can order money. They go to the ATM for me and like take out money and deliver it to me.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
they go to the ATM machine and get the money for you.
Yep, and they bring it to me. Oh.
God damn!
I get my groceries, pizza. It's crazy.
So down there, I'm assuming if you were living in California or Florida or North Carolina, anywhere else, you'd be what, like middle class. But over there, I'm assuming you're like upper middle class.
Yeah, I'm upper. Because the average Colombian makes like 500 USD. And in this area I'm in is pretty nice. It's like they have different. So you got like Brooklyn, you got Queens, you got those areas. So I'm in like Poblado. That's kind of like I'm imagining Queens from what I've heard from people.
Okay.
No. Manhattan is the
yeah. You're talking about Manhattan.
Okay, yeah. So I'm in like Manhattan. Yeah.
Oh shit! So you like Buppy down there. You you living like one of those black urban professionals and shit.
Yeah, yuppie,
know?
yep. That's exactly how I'm living.
Yeah,
Yep.
down in
On a
Colombia and shit.
computer. Yep.
Well, that's all right. Shit, that's damn
Yeah,
all right.
it
But
is. I can't lie.
I didn't know that. Cause whenever somebody's about to come on my show, I go and I watch, some of their stuff. And for some reason, I never knew that you were like a traveling guy. You were living in all these places. I thought you were just a guy who, like one of those, I actually thought you was like one of those passport bros who just, travel all the goddamn time. Y'all just always notice I got the plane and shit, all that
Right.
shit.
No, I mean I was travel. I was traveling for a minute, but like I said, I kind of found a little bit more, stability here in Colombia. I like it a lot more than I did Brazil and stuff. So I really like it here, man. Yeah, and I should, like I said, that's what I'm doing now. I'm making more content. I'm gonna do more like, I guess I'll do more like walk arounds. I just didn't really know if people really wanted to see it because I really was just talking about travel and speaking Spanish and maybe a little programming, tech stuff. So I just been trying to find like my lane, really, like where I fit in at. But I just, like I said, I'll just keep making content, and then
So does this Colombian lady friend of yours, does she is that part of what makes you want to stay?
yeah, it is. Well, she's Venezuelan.
Oh, she's Venezuelan. My bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
she's Venezuelan. Yeah, hold on, I'll send you. I'm gonna email you a photo because I
Okay.
just, you know, I think, I want to put her out there like that.
Okay.
But
So you're thinking about marriage. I know I said, fiance or whatever. So are you thinking about marrying this girl?
I mean, to be honest, because like with her, it's funny, right? She has no intention of going to America. Like she doesn't want to come to America at all.
Okay.
So she would actually prefer to stay here in Colombia. And marriage. To be real, I don't know. I kind of feel married already.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like, maybe we don't even need to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, probably don't even have to do it. Might just let it rock like this. Because she hadn't. I'm not trying to say like she's that type of person, but like I'm not putting myself at risk by marrying her. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm at less risk doing this. You get what I'm saying?
So is that a thing down there? Is it a thing? Because in America, you get married, wife, 2 kids, white picket fence, dog, green grass and all that kind of stuff. I mean, is that a thing down there where, they expect you to have, the whole man, woman, child, white picket fence kind of setup down there? Is that a thing down there?
I mean, they that's a good question. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, they do, if you want to have like children, they do expect you to have like a house, you know what I mean? Not say an apartment, that is, but uh I'm not really worried about kids right now. But you're for the most part, she's working at a restaurant, right? She's like an assistant manager there, so she's making her little money, and then I'm here saving money, and we're just helping each other out. So this is like a real kind of partnership right now, and uh she, like I said, she hasn't really like been on any type of gold digger type stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'll give her some money, she'll give me like half of it back. She's like, I don't need all that. You know what I mean? Like it's like a real good relationship. So yes, I mean every woman wants a house though. You're right. You know what I mean? And like I told you about the citizenship, I'm definitely gonna buy. I saw a duplex out here, brother Xavier, for 130,000.
Wow. Wow. So, well, if you're going to, well, not necessarily get married, but live as you're married, I'm pretty sure, that's kind of the setup you're going after, right? You're going to,
Right.
have this whole thing. Um, so is she asking you about marriage? Is she's like, are you gonna marry me,
No,
Negro? Oh, so
no,
she don't.
she ain't put on
No.
that at all. No, she
Okay.
she ain't thought about it at all. Like I said, I was trying to convince her to go to America. She was like, no, I don't want to go to America.
Mm.
Like I was like, damn, okay, cool. I was trying to
So
tell her my. Oh, go ahead.
So is that a myth? Because people are always saying, you hear the talk, the media talk, where they're like, oh, no, those dirty foot women down there, they all want to come to America. So is that a myth? Is that a myth?
Yeah, that's such a myth, man. The dirty feet, that dirty feet thing, that's a myth. That everybody wants a green card, but that's a myth. I mean, this because if you meet that type of chick, okay, yeah, but me and her, me and her, she's $100,000. She and she just been like, I don't want to go to America. She don't want no green card. She never even dreamed about. It's a lot of women like that who, like, it was in Mexico too. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think it was in 26. It was around when during Trump's era, like the immigration to Mexico had actually dropped significantly. And I remember I was talking to people there. They were like, "Yeah, we know y'all think we all want to go to America, but we really don't." You know what I mean? Like they have like a saying that in Mexico, like their trash goes to California. That's like that's kind of how they look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like they have no real Mexican. They don't want to go to America at all. Like, and there's people in Mexico with money. Like when I was in Guadalajara, the little office space I worked out of, there was like a Ferrari dealership. I know that sounds ignorant in my opinion, thinking that but I was like, wow, they got Ferraris here. I'm like, I used to think this whole place was just, desolate wastelands and sombrero hats, just some braces, it was some stereotypes.
And people walk around with no shoes on.
Right, no shoes on and donkeys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but they got donkeys, they got Ferraris out here. I'm like, oh wow. Like I was like, this look better than my home state.
So is it safe to say, from what you know, Brother Lou, that the Mexicans that come here, most of them are the trailer park Mexicans?
Yes.
Is that what they the trailer park.
Yeah.
Trailer park folks.
Because the rich ones stay. The ones who got like education, stuff like that, they stay. I mean, it's not like that for everybody, but it's a significant portion. Because especially illegal, because I mean they can't like one of my friends from Mexico, we were talking about it. He said that, yeah, I'm not gonna go to America just so I can wash dishes. I make more money here. I'm like, damn, that's a good point. I mean,
wow. So, okay. You've been traveling for a few years. So I'm assuming brothers, hit you up and be like, yo, let me come down there where you at, man, and you show me around. Do you have that? Do you have brothers who, come from the States and hit you up and be like, show me around and, you're like a tour guide and shit?
Yeah, it happens all the time, man. I get like my WhatsApp, like, I got people, they all be like, hey, I'm in Colombia, I'm in Medellin. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta understand, bro. Like, I live here. I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, I have shit to do. I have like I can't just be giving tours around. If I do, I'm gonna have to charge. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to charge. I got stuff to do. I got work to do. I want to make more content. Make more YouTube videos. So I'm like, man. I sometimes I kind of leave it on red. But but like, and I do one-on-one consultations. And if you get a consultation, if you come through, I'm obviously gonna rock with you. You know what I mean? Because some people, man, you can't. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. People be talking about, like, people say like you need to watch out for locals. Now you need to watch out for other expats. That's who really can get you caught up. Like that's what can really end you. Like you said, the cartel earlier. That's what can end you up. Getting up with some cartel stuff, because some expats, man, they come to these countries and just be disrespectful. They're just they're like, oh yeah, this cheap, yeah, shut up. They'll be arguing with the taxi cab drivers, to be bragging about it. Yeah, I'm about to slap that bug over there. Yeah, I'm like, all right, that's why and then they got like an issue going on right now, with the whole with the unemployment and the PPP loans, and they got all these Spirit airline cats coming through, and like they fighting them. They say they were fighting in the Parquilleras a couple weeks ago because somebody stepped on his shoe. I'm like, see, I can't. I can't do all that. Some of y'all, I just need to stay in the States, and I just can't rock with it.
Are Negroes coming down there corrupting? God damn it! Are Negroes coming and corrupting Colombia and Mexico too?
Shit, now DR is done. DR has fallen. How Olympus has fallen. No, DR has fallen. Yeah, that's shit. When somebody told me they were in DR and they saw a dude. All he had was a white tank top on and a trash bag full of clothes. Oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, bro, this shit right here.
You can't take Negroes nowhere. God damn it. Wherever they go right there fucking up. All right.
I'm saying
They will go to the most beautiful place, boy, and just make it ugly as a motherfucker, and then sit online and talk about how people running around there with no shoes on and shit like that. Talking about dirty foot people, and they'll go right down in and fuck everything up. It's just make a shithole, man, like nothing.
Am I
Uh,
am
go
I
ahead.
am I
Go ahead.
lagging? Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, you good.
Okay, we good. I'm sorry. I think it was just lagging a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
good. Yeah, you
No,
good.
you're right, man. And shout out to T.P.O.T. That I used to live in Vegas. T.P.O.T. Yup. He said everyone thinks I'm Las Vegas tour guide. I have to remind people you on vacation. I got to work. Exactly, bro. That's probably like, bro. I'm working remote. I'm like kind of like a low key a citizen here, so I have to like,
Mhm.
I have stuff to do. I can't just be showing y'all here for a weekend. Like, I mean, they get old, man. I can't just be taking y'all to the club and showing y'all. I got all my own stuff. I got my own stuff going on, bro.
So, would you advise brothers, back to the passport brothers and everybody else? Would you advise them if they're looking for like a wife? Would you advise them to come down to Mexico or Colombia or somewhere else? Like South America. Would you advise that for brothers?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, definitely. I know there was a brother on Keep It Techie show. He his wife's from Brazil, and I 100% I 100% think that that is a viable place to find a partner. No
Mm,
matter because it's just it's just different. I hate to. I know somebody got on to me about that, like not fully explaining how it's different, but it's like it's hard to explain. It's just a different vibe, it's a different culture. You know, women do want men because it's not okay. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. So it's not like there's no real government fail safes for women in these countries, right?
mm,
So like they have to find a man that's, they have to be smart with what they do. That's why like you. That's why I don't really like. You have to kind of invest in these countries too. Like you have to be here for extended. I would say at least 6 months, like Mexico or Colombia. You have to kind of invest to find that right one. Like kind of get the language down, get the culture, kind of understand what's going on because you don't want to just because you can get caught up like that. I know a guy, he got caught up like that. You know what I'm saying? He thought he had him he thought he had him the one that he met in a little strip club, and he out there. I think he's homeless now in Mexico. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? I was gonna do a stream about that. Yeah, he out there homeless. I'm gonna tell you this how crazy it was, man. Mexicans and like that was around us who knew who was in our circle, man, they were raising money for this dude. I'm like, man, bro, you sorry as hell. You got Mexico out here raising money for your sorry. Hey, bro, you sorry as hell, dog.
the Mexican GoFundMe and shit.
Yeah, they had to go fund me for this dude, bro. I'm like, man, and this was a white dude. This was a white dude. So
Wow.
I mean, you
Wow,
know,
man.
and they keep trying to say, you know what? I'm gonna say something too, right, brother? The trope is like, that brothers going, Negroes going down, ruining it. Okay, there are some videos, and it is annoying, and it is some ratchet stuff. It is, but it's them white boys. They come down murdering chicks. They killing these
Mm,
women. You
wow.
know what I'm saying? So it's like, Negroes, they gonna throw some money and fight some other Negroes, but like white dude, they coming down doing all type of weird. They buying houses and murdering chicks. So like I said, I kind of push back on that. I don't think they really ruining it because I don't think it's enough black people really traveling to ruin it. And it's really you see like more of like white, Europeans and stuff like that.
Mm, okay.
What's
Okay.
that?
We got here. Oh, shout out to brother Indigenous TV for the $5 super chat. Super chat. He says Citizen Lou on here looking like Armstrong Williams.
So
I
salute,
I
salute,
appreciate
dog.
that $5 super chat. So whenever you drop coins on this here platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. So, okay, let's get into life where you are. When you're not working, what do you do? I mean, what do you do when you're there when you're not, working? What does lose off day look like?
I like I watch some sports. Like I got NFL Game Pass. Like I was watching the game, but to watch, I ain't trying to watch the Giants like that. I watch some sports. I'll do some push-ups, do some little calisthenics, read books, watch some Netflix, and then just kind of keep working on my craft too. Like I'm transitioning to another type of software development, so I'm just trying to get that going. So and I'm in school too, so
shit. So you got
so I kind of got a little a little plate going. Right.
Yeah,
Because
got a full plate.
shout out to Gabe, you know what I mean? He we used to get into it about the college and the not college, but he does have a point, especially when it comes to tech. A degree does help out, you know what I mean? Shout out to Gabe.
Mm-hmm. So I guess you're not a man about town down there in Colombia. You stay close to home for the most part, right?
Yeah, I've always been kind of a homebody. Like even when I was growing up, I'd be in the house playing. I'd play some basketball and I would play video games. I never, I come out. I like going out too on special occasions, but I don't really drink like that, so I don't really go out as much. Like I'll go to the movies, I go to the mall, go play basketball on Saturdays, but and other than that, I'm pretty much here.
So has your palate changed since you've been, the last few years? You've been, pretty much in Latino countries. Are you eating different food, or are you ordering cheeseburgers from the mobile food
Yeah, I
joint?
do. Yeah, I do eat some cheeseburgers. I won't lie. I do. But my girl, she cooks a lot when she's here. So she cooks
So you eating a lot of Venezuelan food then?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A lot of it.
So your palate's changed. You got a different type of,
Yeah. You're right. Different taste, a different. Yeah, it has. I think so. And I've lost weight. When I first came to Mexico, I had lost like 30 pounds, and then I went back to the States and it gained 20 pounds, and I'm back here and I lost weight again. So I think it's the food, man. I think that like when I read the back of the labels on certain things in Colombia, it's like way less sugar. It'll be like 40 grams of sugar in the States, but here to be like 12.
Okay.
So it's like you kind of like are forced to lose weight because the food is just so great. That's why there's so many women who just look, a certain way.
Yeah, it ain't a bunch of 350 pounders walking around, right?
I haven't seen that yet. You'd be hard pressed to find one.
Like in America. I mean, if I walk outside now, if I walk outside my house and look down the street, I'm going to see at least one 300 pounder.
Right.
So
go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it got to the point. Sometimes, like you see so many, like you say, when you condition to the States, sometimes you think like every woman who's in shape, she must be like a stripper or something, right? Like
yeah.
But like here, it's like I'm like, damn, like what I'm saying. You see, it's like wow, like you know what I'm saying. Like she not a stripper, like she really like got a little job working at a little gas station. You're like, damn, she working at a gas station. She could be on OnlyFans right now. Doing numbers.
Yeah, IG down.
Right. And you go to her page, brother. She got like 200 Instagram followers. You like, man, this is wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
yeah,
it's all.
Is there a different standard for like the females there? Like, I mean, is it like a different standard? For there would be what here?
Okay, a 4. Oh, that's a good question. Okay, that's a good question. Man, that's a good question. Okay, a 4 here would be like Cardi B.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be like Cardi B. A Cardi B would be like a 4 or 5.
That's a 4.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're if a chick is say a 6 or 7 there, over here she's probably like what, a 9, an 8.
Yeah, exactly. She knocked it out the water. And you'll see a lot of and that's another thing too, they'll hit you with like, oh, y'all just like them white girls. Man, there's so many Afro-Colombian, Afro-Brazilian women who just look, I mean, they just look drop dead gorgeous. Like, so it's not even about like it's like the white ones. There's beautiful ones everywhere. And then some people don't like certain, dark skin, or they like white. Everybody has their preference, right? But you have anything you want, you can get. And like you say, their 4s here are destroying the game over there. So it's like you really can't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like that.
Well,
I'm done.
in America, most black women are fat to start off with. Okay, the
Hey, but
majority of them are overweight, and the majority of the overweight ones are obese. So you got a big swath of women in black society that when you think about because I know we got this bullshit ass line where we say, oh, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. No, beauty is beauty. Okay, beauty ain't in the eye of shit. All right. I mean, if
right.
you walking down the street 350 pounds and breathing like you just ran a fucking marathon, I don't think there's nothing you can't find no beauty in that kind of shit. All right. Now people will tell you different because it's this thing that we got as black folks, right? Where black is beautiful, right? So whatever's black is beautiful. If she 350 pounds and you can she breathes and it sound like snoring and she got on pajama pants, crusty feet, a bad wig, and on top of the bad wig, a fucking bonnet, you are supposed to see the beauty in that because she's black. And it's not even just black women and people, it's black whatever. You supposed to find the beauty and ran down fucking black neighborhoods. You supposed to find the beauty inside the fucking ghetto. You're supposed to find the beauty and all this bullshit. Your black ass mama, no matter how bad she treats your ass, if it's black, you must find the beauty in it. And I'm assuming it's not like that over there. Fat chicks over there probably know they fat. They probably don't call themselves thick. They know they fat because fat isn't like the norm there, right? So you're saying it's not the norm. Like when I go to Walmart, I'm walking around in there, and if I see 50 black women at least 35 or 40 of them are like not just fat. I'm talking they weigh more than me. All right. And I'm 6'2" and I weigh 225 pounds. I'm not a little tiny guy. Okay. These chicks weigh more than me, man. All right. I mean, they're wider than I am tall. I say that shit to my wife sometimes. She's like, "You are so cruel." I'm like, "Look at her. She's wider than I am tall." So you don't see that kind of stuff down there, right?
No, brother. I don't see that at all. I was laughing at what you were saying because you're right, man. You was like brother Emil put up a video today. The other day it was like some big old woman was fighting her boyfriend at Walmart and shit. She did like she could take dude down.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
in that type, you can't like with my girl, what I mean? I can pick her up, you know what I mean, and we can do some romantic type movie type stuff. Like you can't do that with no big back gorilla. You can't do that, man. And you're right. Like you go into Walmart, you'll see all them.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be some big ones because I'm in Mecklenburg, and Mecklenburg is it's shit. I mean, I want to say it's at least 65% black. All right, when you're talking about the Mecklenburg area of North Carolina, and um, I fuck around and go into Walmart, man. I was telling somebody a story one time, man, that I was in Walmart picking up some shit, for my wife, and I was standing there, man, and I heard this lady come behind me, and it sounded like she was snoring. Okay. It sounded like this chick was snoring. And of course, when I turned around, she was like a 300-pounder. She might have been 5'3", 5'4". And I mean, this lady was breathing so hard. I thought maybe she had like a narcolepsy or some shit like that because she was like, and I
They so
was like,
disgusting.
oh my goodness, you know. And I was explaining this shit to my wife, and she was like, that's not true. I said, you know what? The next time I go into Walmart and I hear some shit like that, I'm going to record that shit on my damn phone so you can hear, this lady
Right.
breathing behind me like a goddamn grizzly bear and shit. And, you see this stuff, right? And you always have people. This is what pisses me off, because a lot of times, like I said, we need to see the beauty in everything black, no matter how fucking ugly it is, right? And
Right.
you hear people say, "Oh, well, it's somebody that out there that want her." And I think there's some truth to that, because sometimes trailing behind these 350 pounders is, three little
They-
kids and shit, and
yeah, you got a
trailing
place.
behind them.
Yeah, you got a place to stay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got you got a PlayStation TV to play PlayStation on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so
Like
that's the only people I see doing it.
yeah.
You know?
Like my man brother Big Nate say, he's like, yeah, these dudes move in, but they don't move in with any furniture or
Right? Yeah, they got
ottomans.
trash. They got that
Yeah,
trash.
motherfucker come with a trash bag, some motherfucking Jordans in it, with some fitted caps and his fucking Xbox and shit. He got all that in one bag. I say that shit too. Everything motherfucker own can fit in the back of a Toyota Corolla. Yeah, everything they own can fit right in the trunk of a Toyota Corolla. With room to spare and shit, because all they got is that fucking Xbox, the fucking Jordans, some fitted caps,
a phone charger.
Yep. Fitted, a couple fitted caps and shit, and four outfits and shit.
Yep.
All that shit
and a hoodie.
Yep, right in the back of the fucking Toyota Corolla and shit. So go ahead.
I said, bro, I sent you an email. That's just for you. I wanted you to see it. If y'all want to see the photo I sent you, y'all gotta subscribe to my page. But
and I ain't sending it to you motherfuckers neither. After I see it,
yeah, I appreciate that.
Sending y'all shit. Oh shit, she's nice looking, man. She's nice. Yeah, she's nice looking. She's nice, and she ain't fat. Nice looking and not fat, y'all. Not fat.
I showed her that video. You seen that video where like that it's like a TikTok dance and them big fat girls they dance around the swimming pool. Yeah, I showed her that. And then there was a black woman from Florida when we went to the restaurant and we were talking with them, and she was like, Puerto Rican. She was like, Puerto Rican? Why African, negros de los Estados Unidos, like mujeres, the women, why they so fat? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Like, it's really normal. Foreign to them. Like,
yeah. See, here that's normal. Motherfuckers just fat as hell. Okay.
Fat, right?
and don't care. All right. Just fat as a motherfucker and just don't care.
Right. You rarely see black women in the gym. Like if you go to the gym, that's like the least place you're like, you're not gonna meet a black. If you go to the gym a lot, you're not gonna meet black women there unless they work there.
Yeah. I mean, we think that fat shit is normal, man, here for some reason, because see, we got this thing where number one, where we've been taught that, all women are supposed to be fat. If a woman is thin, they think something wrong with her.
Right.
Oh, look at you.
You must be a crackhead.
Yeah, you a crackhead. You a bony bitch. They tell the chick some shit like that. Because everybody fat. Everybody can barely get out the fucking a car. Everybody can barely get up from the chair. Everybody can barely take a flight of steps. I mean, man, I be in places sometimes, man. And one day I was in I think I was in the fucking county clerk's office because I had to renew, some permits for my business. And the fucking elevator was fucked up in there. When was this? Yeah, this was last summer. And the elevator was fucked up inside the county clerk's office, right? So where you got to do your permits and all that shit, because they do all the tax shit downstairs, but like all the permit shit, you got to go upstairs. So the elevator was fucked up, so you got to take those flights. And man, let me tell you something, boy. I saw some bras struggling. I mean, they were holding on to the motherfucking rail, leaning on that motherfucker like using using the fucking rail like a rope and shit. They was using the rail like a rope.
How many flights of stairs was it?
It's only two. That's two. And you know, I'm an old Negro, so and I run right up them shits, you know. I do, you know, and you see you passing these chicks, you know, they like stopping, you know, they get in the middle, stop.
And they probably like 25, 30.
Yeah, stop and look up. Like, stop and look up the damn stairs. Like can I make it up the rest of this fucking mountain? Like, I mean, it was just the funniest shit, man. I was like, you know what? They need to shut the goddamn elevator down more often. So see, now they ain't got no choice but to, you know, get that cardio in. They ain't got no choice.
Exactly.
You know? Ain't got no choice. But I mean, far as being down in these Latin countries, do you ever see, because I see sometimes on the ticker, and I've heard other brothers talk about it, where, you know, brothers go down to Mexico, they go down to Colombia, you know, they go to these places and, you know, they be getting licked, they be getting killed, they be getting robbed, do you see any of that stuff down there?
Well, I mean, that's an excellent question, brother X. Because that is a huge thing going on right now, brother. So here's the thing, right? Colombia gets 400,000 tourists a month, right? I mean, you're gonna hear a story, and it's just gonna be amplified because everybody's gonna be talking about it, and it's really like it's the reason why I think it's because it's just, you know, it just gets amplified. I don't know, because it seems like there's another sector of the travel community that's like, oh, see, like every time something bad happens in like to somebody, a brother in like Colombia or Mexico, like, see, this is what y'all get. See, y'all need to stop driving. Y'all need to stop traveling. And it's like, bro, I could literally make my channel about like Miami, Chicago, New York, Atlanta. I could just do murders all day long. And I could see why y'all in America. see, I could literally do that back and forth. I'd have way more content. I'd have way more. So it's just like, I mean, if you keep your head on the swivel, I mean, I'm not trying to say you have to be paired. I mean, just like you would in America, right? I mean, you don't want to, if you see some shady characters, you would, you know, stay away from them. That's why I say you got to stay away from other expats, because other expats would be the ones get you caught up. A lot of times, you know, that. And like there's a brother named Timothy Reed. He passed. He died. I mean, that situation, what happened with that? He bought a house and was like evicting people from the building or something like that. He bought a building, and then they killed him. Right. So I mean, that's such an isolated event. You know what I mean? That's not something that just happens every day. People buy houses. You know, expats buy, sell, apart buildings, houses all the time throughout Colombia. So I mean, like I said, I don't think that your safety is in danger at all. I just think that it's just sensationalism. Like people just want to be like, ha ha ha, this is what y'all get. This is what y'all get. Because I know I'm kind of rambling. I just want to, because this is something that's on my mind. Man, they really it seems like the travel community is like it's like the easiest target. It's a soft target. So anything they'll say you messing with kids, you mess with dirty foot hoes, you can't get chicks in America while you're down there, you're broke, what else? You don't want to come. It's just, I've heard there's all these different things, but like I'm actually here, you know what I mean? And I see people, I see successful brothers, I see bum Europeans, bum, and I see it all. It's just like you just can't take one story and say that's everybody, because it's not. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's why I want to make more video, more content, kind of showing that it's not like that, man. It's really a good time here.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's many YouTube experts, you know, on YouTube, and you know, they'll sit and tell you about Colombia, even though they've never been there, and you freaking live there. They'll argue you down about what's going on and go, oh man, I know what Colombia's about. Motherfucker ain't never been 50 miles away from where his mama gave birth to him at, but he's trying to tell you about freaking Colombia. You know, there's a lot of that shit on here. All right.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's a fucking expert, but all the experts have never done the shit that they're experts in, which is crazy to me.
Right.
They're all experts, but never done it. You know, they just watched a few videos and, you know, read a few articles. So now, you know, they know more than a motherfucker who's been doing it for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, which is incredible to me.
YouTube scholars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, because we got people who will argue medicine with doctors. They will argue law with lawyers. They will argue science with scientists. Motherfucker been a scientist for 30 years. A motherfucker who been on YouTube for 3 will argue this motherfucking 30-year fucking scientist down about scientific shit. So, you know, that's kind of where we are. So I'm pretty sure it's probably motherfuckers watching this now or be watching it on the replay talking about, oh, this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. Colombia. I saw a video one time, you know.
Right. I saw shit. I know what they really go down there.
Yeah, I know what they do. I know what they do down there, even though my black ass ain't never been.
Ain't never even seen the airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't even know what a baggage claim look like.
Because most Negroes, and I say this all the time, and y'all can Google this shit if you want to, only about 30% of black people ever leave a 50 square mile radius of where they were born, folks. 30%. The other 70%, they're born, they live, and they die in that 50 square mile fucking bubble. That's just the truth. Most black people, we don't believe in traveling. We think traveling is going from fucking Brooklyn to Manhattan and shit.
Or Black Beach in Miami.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Motherfuckers think going from New York to fucking Long Island is fucking traveling and shit. Like, come on, man. You going from New York City, you go from Brooklyn to fucking Long Island, you've traveled. Like, most black people don't travel like that. Only about 30% of us, man. The other 70% of us, we stay put, man. 50 square mile radius, man. That's a numerical fact. So you probably don't want to be listening to too many black people, y'all, when you talk about traveling and shit. You know, you probably want to be talking to a brother who sits here on my right here on the screen, because he actually, you know, does it. You know, he's seen plenty of these fucking planes right here behind me and shit. You know, most people haven't even been on, most black folks haven't even been on a fucking plane, man. They haven't, you know, most black people, the only thing they've been on with a powerful engine is a fucking train, and you know that's usually in the subway going from one fucking station to another and shit. You know, so I would never take travel tips from most black folks, because I travel, you know, but I don't travel out of the country, but you know, I travel up and down the East Coast frequently. I also travel out, you know, to the Midwest. I haven't been on the West Coast in about 7 to 8 years, but I plan on doing some of that too. I mean, you know, I travel around the country pretty frequently. Haven't been to where I really want to go though, because I really want to go to Italy. That's somewhere I really want to go before I die. I want to see you know, I want to see Rome. I want to see the Colosseum. You know, I want to see all that shit, you know, before I die. You know,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
me too, man.
I want to see all that shit before I die, man.
Go see Greece. Go see Europe. Exactly. Yeah. I want to go to Taiwan. You know, I want to practice. I want to learn Mandarin, Chinese. You know, that's. You know, here's the thing, brother X. You know, people don't understand this. This is what I say. I say, black men, when you leave America, it's like Superman leaving Krypton.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like our reputation is a lot better overseas than it is. And it just is what it is. That's the truth, right? You know, they don't have like they see, when they see me, they see kind of like LeBron James. They see, you know, like little Mexican dude. He's like, hey, yo, LeBron. They call me LeBron. Like, hey, yo, LeBron. You know, they call you like Michael Jordan, and you know what I mean? It's just stuff like that. I mean, I don't think it's racist, but it might be, but it's like a cool type of racism. They call him, I'd rather be called Michael Jordan than nigga, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just has a better sound to it.
Right. Exactly. So that's what I say, man. If you get to like, I mean, get to Russia if you want to, because I mean, you never know, like Vietnam, Thailand, go to, go to Africa if you want to, go to uh Poland, go to what was it, Croatia. Just
Mm,
explore, man. Just become like a, because this is my philosophy. This is what I really wanted to talk about, man. I think that a lot of black people in America, I think what's the problem? I think that regardless of how they feel about it, I think that it's just a little bit too comfortable for black people. And
mm,
I think that for black people to, or really American in general, for real, but if you want to like really see what you made of and really see like really get that hustler and entrepreneur spirit, you got to lead the country. Because once you lead a country, there's no like jobs for you. You
mm,
have to hustle. You have to make something work. You have to get grinded out because you want to stay there and you kind of see like, hey, I like being over here. I want to like work harder. That's why I really promote people to travel more, because I never in a million. I used to kind of be on some like real ignorant type stuff toward Mexican. Like, yeah, them Mexican, y'all need to stay y'all ass over there. Stop.
mm.
I used to say all that type stuff, right?
Y'all coming over here taking all the jobs.
Yep, yep. I didn't even, and I'm from Mississippi, right? There was no Mexicans where I grew up. I never had any Mexicans around me, no Hispanics, no Dominicans, no Puerto Ricans. My bad, excuse me, no Puerto Ricans, nothing. And then when I went to Mexico, that's why I was such a like. I was kind of scared at first. I'm like, damn. And then people telling me they racist and they gonna cut my head off, and they don't rock with black people. They gonna call you a negrito and a mayate, all these things. And when I got there, I was like, yo, like, but they were showing me like mad love. Like they were like one of my buddies. They took me to their family in Mexico City before his grandfather passed away. It was like kind of like their Thanksgiving, kind of sort of. And I met his whole family. He hooked me up with his cousin. It didn't work out. This cousin was pretty, but they just really accepted me as like as they own. You know what I mean? It was no type of friction whatsoever. And my Spanish wasn't even as good as it is now, and they still were trying to like work with me.
Mm,
They were really like really trying to, you know what I mean? So that's why I just, when people say things like Mexico's racist, y'all talking about Mexican Americans,
mm.
the homegrown, because it's hard to hate something you don't see, right? If there's
Yeah,
no black people there, how can you be, you know what I'm saying? You can't really hate something you don't interact with.
yeah. Because if you're prejudice is to prejudge, right?
Mhm.
So if you're prejudging somebody, you're usually prejudging them based on whatever experiences that you've had with those people. So if they don't have a lot of experiences uh with black folks, because they probably see you more as American down there than anything else, right?
Yeah,
More
that's true. They
than
do. They
Yeah,
do.
more than black. They see you as an American more than anything else. So if they don't have a lot of, I guess I don't know, I guess predisposed, thoughts or whatever to use against you, to prejudge you, it's probably a lot more difficult to just be prejudiced against you because in theory, they don't know like what you are, except that you're just an American person, right?
Hey, perfect, perfect. I'm glad you said that. That's a great analysis. Because as a matter of fact, brother X, I actually get prejudged more as an American than I do as being black. Like they just
Hmm.
assume I'm gonna be rude. They assume I don't speak Spanish. They
Hmm.
assume I'm a tourist, or they assume I am technically a tourist, but they assume like I'm only here for like a week or something, and they just assume I'm just here to just party it up. And if they hear any noise, like in that one apartment I was in, there was like some noise. And they just assumed it was me because I was only a. This was like when I first got to Colombia. I was in like Airbnb. They just
Hmm.
assumed it was me because I'm the only American. You know what I'm saying? They just
Okay.
assumed it was. So that's kind of, it's kind of like more of those prejudices than it is just being black, right? Because being an American has a lot kind of a negative connotation to it when you go around the world. Like
Mm,
a lot of people don't
okay.
really like Americans like that.
Yeah. I
But
was
you
talking.
get what I'm saying? Like they have their
Yeah.
prejudice. You're right, right.
Because I was talking to my man DeAndre, and he lives in Japan. And he's been living there like for a very long time. And he says the same thing. He's like, because he has a Japanese wife, and everything else. And, he's got kids and grandkids there and everything else because he's, been there a long time. And he says, they more treat me like an American as opposed to, a black guy.
Right.
They expect if any prejudice is there, it's the prejudice against Americans because they don't really think of you. Of course they see that you're black, but they don't think black as a negative, so to speak. Like in
Right, right, right.
America, like in America.
Exactly.
Yeah. Same with my man Jay Shine. My man Jay Shine is in Germany. Okay. And he says the same exact thing that you say, same exact thing that my man DeAndre says in Japan. Like, they just kind of see you as an American. They don't really see they said the racism just when you get away from here,
Right,
and
exactly.
they say America's the most racist country.
It is, and it's also the well, you know what, I don't want to say it's the most. I'm gonna say why I don't say that because America is like the only place that allows this much nigga shit to go on without
Yeah.
repercussions. So you know what I mean. So I will say like you can't do that in China. You can't do it in.
Yeah.
You'll get dealt with swiftly. So I will say that. But you're right. I would say that as a black man, you're a lot safer overseas than you are in the States, whether it be just by the numbers, and also too, it's they always like to bring up like sex tourism and stuff like that. But you know what's funny, brother X? America is the capital of human trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, well, I mean, I mean, this. Go ahead.
Well, I've heard, on media many times where, they always talk about how, oh, you guys, y'all go to these other countries, so y'all can be with little girls and all this kind of foolishness, and not saying that element doesn't exist, but I think it's way amplified more than it, especially when you're talking about brothers. I don't think brothers are running to these countries to be with little girls. Now they may be running over there to get with chicks, yeah, but I just don't think a lot of brothers are running over there, man, to like be with like little girls and shit. I
Yeah,
just
no,
don't believe it.
that's more of the that's more of the Caucasian hue.
Yeah,
That gets down like that.
yeah. That's white folk stuff, y'all. Y'all always talking about white folk stuff.
But they don't want to claim. Yeah, they don't want to talk about that. Yeah, they want to
Yeah.
put that on black men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's white folk stuff, y'all. It's white folk stuff. So assuming that well, I guess you say you're gonna go ahead and become a full-fledged Colombian citizen at some point. After that, are you planning on ever like coming back to America? Like after you get your citizenship and all that kind of shit, are you just totally through with America after that?
Yeah. You know what I'll just do? I'll just renounce my citizenship and just come back as an illegal. Then I can get all the loans and $2K a month. You know what I'm saying?
Come back as an illegal.
I'll just come back as an illegal. I speak English already. You know what I'm saying? They hit me up with some immigrant loans. You know what I'm saying? I just do that. It's
See, that's what y'all need to do. Y'all need to go down, head south of the border, god damn it, and renounce your citizenship and then come back a couple years later as an illegal. Lou giving y'all the game right now. He giving y'all the game.
And I've done research on it. If you renounce you have to have another citizenship before you renounce it. Mm-hmm. So that you can't be stateless, right? Like they don't want you to be like America won't let you be stateless. Like you have to have an already citizenship with another country before you can renounce. And you can actually renege. You can like be like, all right, I changed my mind. I'm going back. Let me get my citizenship, and they'll give it back to you if you were born. Because no matter what, even if I get like a Colombian passport as a citizen, it'll still say born in Memphis, Tennessee on it.
Okay.
So, you see what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah, it'll be like that.
Okay. Well, shout out to Brother Indigenous again for the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Brother Indigenous TV. He says travel, but be smart about it. I mentioned Australia. It's a police state right now. Brothers use discernment and avoid certain countries at the moment. But I think that's something you should do regardless. And when you drop coins on this platform, Brother Indigenous, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform.
Yeah,
well, Well, let's talk about that, brother Lou. Let's talk about that. Like, do you think that a lot of times brothers don't really know where to travel to? You know, they just will go any old where, you know, just to be going, thinking they're gonna, I don't know, because they go there with all this American money, obviously. So they can get down there and I guess ball pretty hard, you know, because they go down there with you know, 10, 20 stacks, you know, they can go down there and ball pretty hard, right?
You know
So
what, brother X? You know it. You know it's funny, man. You know you can have you can come with that mentality, but you gonna leave broke because it's easy. It's easy to spend money if you got that mentality. When you got that mentality, like, oh man, my money's stronger than that money. So you still have to be cognizant. You know, you still have to be aware of what you're spending because you can end up like, oh whoa, what happened?
mm,
You know what I mean? It can happen like that.
okay. So, you know, like brother Indigenous said, you know, I think a lot of brothers probably want to travel and probably just don't know where to go. Like they don't, you know, they don't know where to go. You know, some of them, you know, they listening to people on the internet. They listening to, you know, they also listening to the people who telling them, you know, y'all going down there where the dirty foot chicks is at, and you know, the chicks who live in huts and shit like that. You know, you hear all kinds of shit. You know,
Yeah.
oh man, y'all going down there getting those chicks who live
Yep.
in huts.
Yeah, this is my response. So in my condo that I live in, yes, there's a village right next to my condo building with mud huts, right? And I go down there and I'm like, hey, do y'all got any women over the age of 18? And I check
Hmm.
all their feet to see if it's
Hmm.
dirty with mud, and then that's what I bring back. That's what I do. Yep, that's I mean it's yeah, like
Show me y'all feet.
yeah, show me them feet. They got mud on them. They gotta have mud on them. All right, all right, you can't rock with me. They gotta have them dirty feet. They gotta be dirty, brother X.
Well, this is something that I've discovered, right? Because you know, and I talk about this. I talk about this often, right? Um, I have seen brothers, because my own sons, right? Both of them are married to Latino women. Both of my sons, okay. My three of my grandchildren, I have five grandchildren, three of them are mixed race, all right, because you know my sons are married to Latino women. So I'm not new to this shit. My oldest grandchild is like 14. So you know, I'm not new to, you know, brothers being with Latinos and things like that. And when I was coming up, you know, my oldest brother, all he dated was white girls and Latinos. That's all all I ever seen him with when I was a young kid. So it's not new for me to see brothers with other women besides black women. But I say that to say this because what people want you to believe is that a black man cannot be with a non-black woman, and he can't be with a non-black woman and be happy, to have peace, to have a life, to have something stable. It's like if you're getting away from black women, you're on a path to failure. You're on that highway to hell, to doom. That something's gonna happen to you.
She
You know,
gonna report you, boy. She
yeah,
gonna
she
she gonna
go
call the wall on you, boy.
yeah, she gonna do this, she gonna do that. And what I say to that is, well, what you're saying is they will do the same shit that black holes do to brothers in America. So what's the difference? But
What's the
see,
difference?
that's the thing. It's supposed to be that way if you're dealing with black women. See, that's part of it. You know, that's part of,
Plantation politics.
yeah, that's part of our politics. That's part of our culture. And see, me, I don't believe in that shit. All right. And I have a black wife. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a black wife. And I just don't believe in that. I never taught my children to believe that, you know, you better be, you know, with this black girl, you know, because guess what? I don't want no half breed grandchildren and shit like that. I never told my kids that shit, you know. And
Right.
you talking about a former hotel. All right, because back when I was young, yeah, when I was younger, you know, I was in the Nation of Islam. I was a Muslim. You know, I mean, you go back 25 years, man, 30 years, kufi, dashiki, beads, all that, all of that. All right, all of that. You know, so you talking about a former hotep. So I mean, one thing I've never done, I've never taught my children to be prejudiced against other people. You know, within all of that, you know, I never taught them prejudice. Okay. So like I said, man, I got 3 biracial
Right.
grandchildren, and I love them to death. And boy, I'll pump your ass full of holes over them too. I don't
Right.
give a
Facts.
I don't give a shit who they mama is. I don't care about that. In mind, they look like me. They look like me.
See what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's.
I don't care about that shit, man. I used to, you know, back when I was a hotep, to care about that
I
shit.
did too. I used to say that stupid shit stuff too, brother. I used to be like, "Oh, I don't eat pork" and all that little stuff. Like I used to say shit like, you know, talking about like white women or whatever. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you know, I mean, it's one thing I know. One thing I know is that I want brothers to find peace. And whatever gives a brother peace, man, you know, kudos to him, man. You
right.
know, big up to him. Shout out to him. You know, even if you like white broads, you like the white women give you peace, brother. Go
What
ahead.
Asian,
Yeah,
white, maybe
Asian,
Latino, African, whatever.
you know, she from Jupiter. You know, she may have 3 eyes and 4 arms, and she
That's
green.
Jupiter.
Yeah, she got 3 eyes, 4 arms, and you know all that, and she green. If that's what gives you peace, brother, more power to you. I will never expect brothers to think the way I think. I would never expect brothers to do what I do. I did what I did to give myself peace, and I expect brothers to do the same. I mean, when I listen to brothers like you, right? You sound like a brother who's achieved peace. You sound like a brother who's happy.
I'm happy, man. I can't lie to you, brother X. I am, like you said, I am at peace. You know, I am like it got to the point. It's at the point now. It's just like, look, I was, you know, at first, brother X, I was going on panels, like, man, you know, I was arguing with cats about it. But then I had to think. I'm like, I'm the one happy. I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know, this the country club over here. I don't have to. I don't have to advertise this. This is. So I just been sticking to that mantra. And I'm like, just keeping my inner peace, not really worried about the negativity, because there's gonna be, you know what I mean. If I was stuck at the crib of my mama house, they say something. So they gonna say something regardless. You know what I mean. So you might well do something for you. Give them something to talk about. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know, the people who try to convince you that you may not be happy with your life, you know what's really going on, right? The motherfuckers ain't happy with theirs, man.
Exactly, bro. I mean, I'm extremely happy
with this shit. They ain't happy with this shit, man. They wish they could do something that makes them as happy as your life makes you. That's the thing. That is the thing with Negroes. I discovered it a long time ago. Negroes will always tell you that whatever you're doing to make yourself happy and give yourself peace is somehow bad for you. Not just bad for you, but bad for other people too.
Right. Big facts. Like just like Indigenous TV said, sometimes, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. Back in the day, I used to kind of catch myself like apologizing for being happy.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's just, you know what I mean? Because it's like I see other people not, you know, not doing or not, but I worked hard to be in the situation, you know, I'm in now. You know, I grinded. So it's not like I just lucked up and just fell into this. This is something I worked for. And I'm like I said, I'm extremely happy. And like I said, that's why I'm making content now to give, because I didn't have a guy on YouTube really talking about it like this. I mean, there was some travel cats, but not like, you know, I just went to Mexico, didn't have anybody really show me the way. I had to figure everything out. And now I'm seeing more travel channels. You know, I'm aware more now. And now I'm like, you know what? I could put some content out. You know what I mean? I could help brothers with their Spanish. Because what I've realized too is that like if I can explain to you Spanish, like as black people we have our own vernacular, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I can kind of not slang, not necessarily like ebonics, but
Ebonics slash slang slash plantation talk. Go ahead.
right, exactly. So right, so if I can, and you're familiar with that type of like y'all, if I say like y'all and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
like I can like translate that to you, so you'll have a better time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
understanding the meaning of that in our in the way we mostly do it. And I
Mm-hmm.
think because I had to do that a lot of times, I was like, okay, this basically means that, so I can think of it like that. So I would, that's why I want to help brothers out. Have that's with their Spanish and give them any type of advice on like what type of careers to get into. Some people come to my page, they drop what they're doing, like that I didn't even think about you could do as a to do a remote or to travel. So I'm like, that's really what I want to do. I just want to help, brothers travel and experience what I experienced. I hope they'll probably, they'll probably experience something way better. They have a better girl, probably get two girls. You know what I mean? They'll probably be doing way better than me. But that's cool though, man. I'm not, I don't, I don't really think of it like that. I just want to help people out.
Yeah, man. Me, I'm a brother that's happy, for brothers like you, man, because you found peace, man. Because what I think often happens with brothers, especially, you know, younger brothers, because me, I'm an old nigga, my life been set. Shit, my shit been set for a long time. It's my routine is pretty much the same. I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, get my ass out of here. Usually don't get back in here till about 8, 9 o'clock. Take a shower, throw something in my face, go to sleep, and fucking wake up and do it all over again. So my shit's like Groundhog Day. But these younger brothers, it's good to see younger brothers actually find something in their life, man, that, like I said, gives them peace, gives them happiness, and they are content with their lives. Um, because so many young men throw their lives away because they don't have that peace for whatever reason. They couldn't find it. Um, so I guess they sought out the peace in other things, whether it be drugs or crime or whatever the fuck they do out there. They sought that peace. They sought that uh, uh you know, finding themselves in other things. But I look at a brother like you, I mean, you found that peace in something that not only makes you happy, but you're content and you're living good. Okay. You ain't in your mom's cellar, you, you,
You're typing away, hating in the
yeah,
comments.
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I
You ain't
mean?
you ain't talking, and I hear the boiler rumbling, firing over. You know how them boilers sound in the basement.
Right.
Like, man, why the fuck I hear this boiler? Oh, it's next to my bed.
They carry them up. You see holes in the wall.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They've been punching the wall.
Yeah, motherfuckers been punching the walls. They be on there. They be on the goddamn. They be on the stream, and you hear grandma upstairs saying, "Boy, keep that noise down there." Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that shit going on. I mean, it's just crazy, man. I don't know how much time you got, brother Lou. It's probably a couple brothers want to come on and ask you some questions.
Hey, I'm good.
Uh,
I'm good
all
on
right,
time. I got plenty of
all right.
time.
So I'm gonna go ahead. You Negroes know what to do. If you want to come through and chop it up with myself and brother Lou, feel free to do so once I find the goddamn thing that is. Oh, there it is. Y'all know what to do. You want to come through? It's proper to thought at yahoo.com. That's proper to thought. One word, no caps at yahoo.com. Now, while we waiting for that, I'm just going to do a quick programming note, and we're going to get right back into it. All right, Brother Lou?
Oh, that's fine. Huh? Go ahead.
Give me 2 minutes. Yeah, y'all know I gotta hit y'all in the head with T.P.O.T's programming notes, Negroes. Yeah, cause tomorrow we're gonna get into this, man. By now everybody's familiar with the young man, Caden Ingram, who's right here, and his old mammy who shot him dead in the house, Fallon Harris. We're going to be talking about this tomorrow, man, and we'll probably be telling you some things about this story that you didn't know. And we'll also be going into how now they're making her the victim, even though the young man is dead. So make sure you hear tomorrow. And I do believe Brother Game Changer will be here tomorrow as well. And we'll be breaking this down, Dark Exodus, man, when Mama loves you to death. That's right. Tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. You Negroes know. You better be here too, God damn it. And well, I ain't gonna say nothing about that. I'm gonna wait till, because me and my man is working on some shit for next week. I'll wait till we go ahead and get the thumbnail up, and then I'll probably talk to y'all about it tomorrow, because by then we'll be finished with what we're doing. So I'll talk to y'all about that tomorrow, what we're going to be doing on Wednesday. All right. So let's get back at it with Brother Lou. So I see you with the sombrero on, Brother Lou, in the in the photo.
Yeah, that was me in Mexico. Yeah, that was me in Guadalajara. That was a nice one.
So, what do you think when you hear these people? Well, I'm a play a little something, then tell me what you think. I'm gonna play a little something. Let's do that. I know you probably heard this before, but I'm gonna play it, and here we go. Brought to you by my man, Brother D. Durrell.
Say what? A nigga said, "Dickerel, you need to get some goddamn bunk beds right now, right now." I said, "Kiss my ass like right now, right now, right now, right now." Talk about black women all day and all night and all day and all night and all day. The bed of the topics like you're lost and you don't know what else to say. You never need to niggas go on and on about the girls that they claim that they're with. Can't say the same about the black woman that they don't want to. You know they full of shit. They say they want to leave. Saying black man take heed. I'm like, nigga, you can go. I'm like, nigga, you can leave.
I got them playing.
Y'all feeling that? Let me know.
Y'all feeling that? Let
Man,
me know.
where he record that at? But hey, shout out to D. Durrell, man. I know he wanted to Peter came with that. I think he came up with the dirty feet term. I think
Yeah, I do believe he was the originator of
I think
that.
he was
So what do you think about those guys, man, who are always, oh man, oh go ahead, man, fly all, y'all want to be these dirty feet chicks? Like, I mean, what living how you live, okay, and doing what you do. I mean, what do you think of, what do you think of the brothers who have that opinion of brothers who like to, travel, they expatriates, they may live in another country. I mean, what's your take on those dudes?
on the guys who critique them, or the guys who man, look, it's I call it like I said, plantation politics. I imagine that it was just like this on the plantation. Like if you try to leave, so you just going to Canada, oh, you just want to go there with them white women. They just say shit, they just say stupid shit like that. Like anytime you're doing something outside of the norm, there's gonna be people who are gonna be like, leave, bye. I just say that. It's like, bro, I mean, if you didn't care, you wouldn't have made a song about it. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't make songs about y'all. I just about him or anybody who chooses to stay. It's not in my prerogative. It's like, why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like my whole thing is like, Brother X, like, look, here's another thing. Here's another big thing too that I really promote. It's called geographical arbitrage. It's like when you make when you make money in like let's say US dollars, but you living off pesos.
Mm-hmm.
Like brother X, I know you got an engineering background, right? I think you was like
I'm
so
a
you
I'm a mechanical engineer.
exactly. So okay, I don't have to. So you understand math 100%.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, my dad's a mathematician. So, but so check this out, right? So if you make $200,000 a year, right, and you only save 10% of your income, that's $20,000, right? But if you make $50,000 a year and you save 70% of your income, that's $35,000 a year. So and that 50,000 income, you probably worked a lot less than the person who did the $200,000 income.
Absolutely.
So that's my whole thing. And then they have so you can actually work. Like I don't really work as much as I would have to. Because I know there's cats. I know they got three remote software developer jobs. Cause they over there and say, I mean, they got to. I mean, it's expensive, you know what I mean? But right now I got my one and I'm like working on like YouTube videos and I'm not really sweating like I'm not really stressing like that because I'm saving a lot of money and I literally don't have any stress at all. Like I hate to say, like sometimes I don't even know what day of the week it is,
Okay.
like. But to the critics, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, I really don't know what to tell them, brother X. Like, just keep making rap, hey, keep making rap videos. Get your beats right. Get a better studio. We do need a theme song. You know what I'm saying? So hey, keep it coming, bro.
Shout out to brother D Terrell, man. Oh shit! Notice I got that on tap. I just got that in my file and shit. But
I wish he would have did it a little bit better. I mean, he sounded like he had something to say. I couldn't really hear. I heard it, but it's like I wanted to be a little bit louder. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, actually, what I did, I recorded that off of one of his, because I snatched that from his, from his YouTube page. I took it and I just recorded it. I didn't do no, because I probably could have cleaned it up because I have software here. I got Audacity and Reaper and Cubase. I got all that shit here. I probably could have cleaned it up, but I was like, fuck it. Let's leave it original. Let it be the way it was when we got it, because I probably could have cleaned it up really nice for him, but
right.
Nah, fuck
Right.
it. Let's do it. Let's do it how it was live. God damn it.
Let it rock. Let it rock.
Yeah, because it's crazy because when I first heard it, because my man Supreme, SKC, he does a lot of shit for me. He does a lot of graphics and intro. He does a lot of shit.
Yeah,
for
shout out
everybody.
to SKC.
Yeah, he does a lot of shit for everybody. And him and I, we rap pretty often and shit on the phone. And he used it first. That's what made me want to use it because he used it first on some shit he had did. That whole that I got them plane ticket shit. But see, he cleaned it up. He took it and he took all the static and all that shit out of it, and he cleaned it up. And unfortunately, the video he put the shit on, for some reason, YouTube took it down. They took it down because the type of shit Brother Supreme do.
Right.
He do like these parodies and like go
Yeah,
at people. And that shit, I think that shit was up for maybe, I don't know, a fucking hour, and fucking YouTube took the shit down. So I never got a chance to grab that audio. So I just ended up just taking it from his page, and just running it. I ain't do shit to it. But damn, y'all ain't got no questions for Brother Lou.
Yeah, y'all ain't got no questions. I mean, yeah.
Negroes, no questions for Brother Lou, you Negroes. They probably don't want to ask no questions because they think I'm going to charge them, like I do on the debates. But nah.
This is an open forum. Y'all, anybody got any questions? Want to ask me about some dirty feet holes or some huts I've been to? Or, I mean, we can chop it up.
Yeah, I ain't charging. That's only on debate night. God damn it, I only read your question if you put it in a super chat. But tonight it's not that, y'all. Y'all can ask questions for free, man. It's sort of like Ask the Doc when I do the Ask the Doc things, because I bring doctors on, and I let people ask, you can ask medical questions, and people, oh man, you charging? No, motherfucker, you ask the question for free. Only on debate night do I charge, Negro. So, you can ask Brother Lou whatever you want, especially if you're thinking about doing some traveling. If you're thinking about doing some traveling, especially, south of the border, you might want to get some of Brother Lou's input, man. I mean, he's there, as opposed to, talking to one of these YouTube south of the border traveling scholars who've never fucking been there and have no intention on going ever,
Or
you know?
they've only been to like the border, right? And they only like go to like the little zone, red zone, and they go right back to San Diego. But I live south Mexico, like Guadalajara, Mexico City, that type of deep
Mhm.
south. So it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, go ahead and ask the brother some questions. See
oh,
if,
keep it techie. And he said, I can't remember if you said it, but did you have a tech job in the Navy? No, it's funny. Keep techie. I was a LS. I wanted to be IT, and but I didn't. I think the recruiter told me I had too many speeding tickets or something like that, so I will get a security. I don't know, some lie. They be lying. But no, I didn't. And like I said, I actually fell into it. Keep it techie. I just I went to the boot camp. Well, yeah, I went to the boot camp, and then I just realized I was like, man, I could really do this. I could really do this programming thing. And at first, I was like, I was the only black dude there, and I kind of was, but I had been already kind of practicing this stuff. So I was like, man, I'm just going to put my nose to the grind and get it. And it all worked out. And I'm just writing the story as I go.
yeah, man. I mean, because I know, I'm familiar with a few brothers. Um, like my man, brother Art, I believe his wife is from Brazil. Yeah, his wife is from Brazil. And he talks similar, but he actually went, well, he was actually down there because he goes down there and he teaches and stuff like that. And he said, he met his wife, like down there. Um, my man, my Chi-Town brother, Perfect Black, I believe his wife. Um, I'm trying to think, is his wife from Brazil or Africa? I don't even remember, but I know she ain't from here.
Hmm.
Um, who else? Who else? Somebody else too. These guys, they found their wives in other places, man. They
Right,
said,
right, right.
they said, fuck America. I'm finding my wife somewhere else. And I don't see anything wrong with it. A lot of other people do. I don't see anything wrong with it, man. Like I
And,
said,
and it's
whatever.
not even a significant amount of, black men who are dating out for it to be, like a crisis,
Yeah, what is
and
it like? 30%, 25%, something like that, right?
yeah,
Is it 30%?
I know it's like 30% of black men with a degree
Okay.
are like
Okay.
interracially married.
Okay.
And then, like I said, most people they do go, like you said, Brazil. Like my girl, right? You saw a photo, right? She light skinned, but she sees herself as black.
Okay.
Like she
Okay.
uses like the emojis, like she'll use like the darkest emoji.
Mm,
I would think that's funny. I don't know why she do that,
okay.
but
Okay.
she'll use like but so they see themselves as black. So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like it's still, I mean, because we are in totally different cultures. So
Hmm.
like I would have an American, she has Venezuelan culture, but it works out. You know what I mean? Like it just works. It just works out. She's real warm and friendly, and even though Venezuela is in just a total, I mean, just total fucked up situation, you would never
Hmm.
know talking to her because she's always positive, and she talked to her family all the time, and it's just like I said, it's a great setup, man. I really enjoy it.
So there's no culture clash between the two of you, right? There's not really a culture clash. I mean, do you, being a black man down there, do you, are you stressing the so-called black thing? I guess they would say, is your house a black house? Like, is there Marcus Garvey photos and pictures of Malcolm X and
No,
Stokely Carmichael on the wall and
no,
you know
no,
your
black fists and
yeah, black
oh,
fist and
no, it's not.
motherfucking the red, black, and green motherfucking red, black, and green fucking doorstep carpet where you wipe your feet on and shit.
Yeah, no,
You
this
know,
is not a militant household. Nah. Right? No, we're not militants over here. We pretty much just enjoying life
yeah,
for the most
yeah,
part.
yeah. So, well, what I'm getting from you, brother Lou, is that just because you're a black man down there, you don't have to overly stress your blackness, kind of like some of us do here, that black this, black that, ungawa, black power, all this bullshit. You don't have to do that where you are, right? You don't have to
No.
stress your blackness. You don't have to walk around with fucking dashikis on and beads and bullshit.
No,
You know,
not at
yeah,
all.
yeah, you ain't gotta wear none of that shit down there just to, kind of over exert your blackness. Cause I think that's what we kind of find ourselves doing here at times where, we feel like we gotta make all these overt, blatant things to show our blackness. Like,
Yeah, especially black men. Like you gotta prove you get women.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you gotta
yeah,
prove that, you all these unwritten rules that these just stupid guidelines you gotta follow that aren't written down as there's a good book called magician, warrior, lover, king, right? And it
mm,
just talks about how every culture has like a rite of passage,
mm,
right? The Jewish people have bar mitzvahs, and Latin have quinceañeras, and Asians have something or something like they have something, but like with us, we really don't have one other than like losing our virginity or having kids.
mm,
For
yeah,
just for the most part, we don't have any you go and start a business, or you know what I'm saying. We don't really have that, so I think that's where a lot of that comes from. Like you got to just overtly prove you're a man and you a real nigga, and
yeah.
all that stuff. Like
Yeah, that overt shit, man, where you gotta, I don't know, you constantly feel like people act like you constantly gotta prove yourself because that's what's pushed. People push that, oh, you need to show you black. I don't need to show I'm black, motherfucker. You look at me, you already know that.
right, exactly. You see me, I'm obviously black. Like it's
Yeah.
not even like it's. Look, I mean, I can't
You
hide
know,
it. Like
I
so,
don't
I
I
like you
don't
said,
I don't have to do all this over the top shit to prove that I'm a black man. You see that as soon as I fucking walk up. I
right.
mean,
Like that's what I say, man. And people get mad when they say, I mean, I'm Lou.
yeah,
OJ said, man, I'm Lou, man. I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
my skin color doesn't define me. You know what I mean? Like I might have
Nope.
certain, you know, sayings and cultural references, and my language, and like how we know Friday and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, my personality, what I like, what I do, I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, well, I don't believe that being a black man is this one thing anyway.
Right.
Um, People will try to they will try to lock you into these freaking parameters and shit and say, well, if you're a black man, you supposed to do X, Y, and Z. You ain't supposed to be doing A, B, and C. And my response to that is bullshit. Because this same person who's telling you that bullshit will turn around and say, well, black people ain't a monolith. And it's like, come on, man. We can be monolithic when you want us to be. And I think that's
Right.
the problem.
Double
Especially,
talk.
yeah, especially when it comes to black men. You'll hear people say, like I said, black people ain't a monolith, but people want you to be a monolith when it comes to certain things. All right. When it comes to certain actions, when it comes to certain ways, when it comes to certain differences throughout people's lives, they want us to be monolithic then, but they don't want us to be monolithic when it comes to doing the right thing. See how that goes? And it's
Right.
always with the right shit. When you're doing shit that will advance your life forward, that's when they talk about how we're not a monolith. But they sure can try to make us monolithic when they go to talking about, oh man, so what, you a lawyer? You gonna have your nigga moment. So
Yeah,
what, you a
they
doctor?
they gonna always see you as a nigga.
Yeah, you always gonna be seen as a nigga. So, you know what, we all a monolith then. All right, we're all a monolith. But when it comes to other shit, nope. Because see, one thing I've discovered, all right, and I was talking to my man about this today. One thing I've discovered, we don't mind being treated differently as long as being treated differently is a benefit to us. And likewise, we don't mind being treated the same as long as being treated the same is a benefit to us. But if we're being treated the same and it's a detriment to us, oh, it's racist. And likewise, if we're being treated differently and we think it's a detriment to us, oh, it's racist. See?
Right.
See, black folks, we don't really care about racism, man. We really don't. In fact, we like racism. It's just that we like reverse racism.
Yeah, we do. Yep. We like that people fear us, and that
Yeah.
black men got, you know, we most sexually desired, and we all can fight, and we all play bad good at basketball. We all can write. They like
yeah.
you're right. They like the positive stereotypes, but the
Oh,
negative stereotypes,
Oh.
shit, you better not bring them up.
Treat us like everybody else, you know, when you're trying to accuse us of doing some bullshit, but treat us differently if treating us differently is going to give us an advantage. See?
Yep.
That's how that works. And I know, because like I said, I'm an old Negro. You know, I've been around all types. I've been around hoteps. I've been around everybody calls them educated lanes, but when I was coming up, they were called bookworms. I've been around bookworms. I've been around thug dudes. I've been around corporate guys. I've been around all types, blue collar guys like myself. I was raised by one. I mean, I've been around all types. I mean, I got cops in my family, you know, all that shit. All right. I got doctors in my family. I mean, I've been around all types of fucking Negroes, man. So I know for sure that we're not all the goddamn same. We're not. And guess what? Not everybody's going to get their quote unquote nigger moment. Okay. Everybody don't have one of those just because they happen to be black. And the people who think that everybody going to get their nigger moment is just straight up full of shit. All right.
And you'll get a nigga moment if you stay around niggas though. You will have a nigga moment.
That's when you're most likely to get it.
Yep.
If you're around a bunch of niggas, you definitely bound to get your nigga moment.
Yep.
All right, you're bound to receive it.
And you know what, brother X? It seems like I said when I was in Mexico. When I would meet a brother, it was just like first I was like, "What's up, man? You know, where you from?" And we would be like thick as thieves. You know what I mean? It was like a brotherhood. You know, it was like I still talk to them today. You know what I'm saying? Like one brother from New York, another brother he was from Detroit, and you know, it was that's another thing too. It just seems like when you overseas and you meet a brother, you don't have that tensity, like where it's like, oh, who you looking at? You know, it ain't like that. Who this nigga is type attitude. It's like, hey, what's up, man? You know where you from? You know, we dap up. You know, we might go get a drink. Might hang out at the. We'll talk about real estate, stocks. You know, working. What up, Kiwi Tech? What's up, bro?
What's happening?
Brother KIT, what's good with it, man?
What's up, T.P.O.T? How you doing, man?
Yeah, you know, just another night on YouTube, you know.
I got you.
What's good with it, man?
Nah. I was just coming up, man, because I wanted to I don't know, ask this, I guess, one other question. Like, you ever looked into going anywhere else in the world? And the only reason I know it's kind of tough for you because you work out of California, and if you're in a different location, you know, you had that whole time difference issue. You know what I'm saying? But I was just curious.
No, that's an excellent question because right now, you know, I'm in Colombia is Central Time, so I'm already 2 hours ahead. So, you know, and right now we're doing this thing. Have you heard of it? It's called asynchronous communication?
No, I haven't heard of it.
So it's like we don't really have like a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? We kind of like they'll send like a video, or then we meet like once a week for a meeting at around like 6 o'clock Pacific time. But to answer your question though, like I did want to go to Taiwan, and I did want to go to Thailand and stuff like that, and I want to go back to Vietnam when I was there when I was in the military. But with the whole vaccine stuff, for right now, I like you said, especially with time zone, being in South America and Mexico, that's like the less strict place. You know what I mean? Like the least strict places to go to, and the time zone too, bro.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Like I had a couple homeboys that's basically expats as well, and they one of them in Thailand, one of them live in Vietnam. And I just heard great things about it, and I was just wondering if you had, it had crossed your mind to kind of look into those areas as well. I mean, I don't know the difference because I ain't been in either one, so I can't really.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Because I was in the Philippines. The Philippines was tight.
Okay.
It's a lot because I think your dollar go further in like Thailand and
Mm-hmm.
like Vietnam. Pretty sure, maybe not by a lot,
Yeah.
but yeah, I know because you got a family, right? Keep it techie.
Yeah. I can't
Yeah, I
do
know.
it.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to like find some cats who are doing it, who got a family,
Mhm.
because obviously I'm by myself, so I don't,
Yeah.
man. So
It's
it's easy
easy.
right.
Yeah.
It's easy for me because they just pick up and go. But I am thinking I really don't like California like that, man. Because you in Vegas, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I'm in Vegas.
So you ain't got to stay. Yeah, because I was up there. I was in North Vegas. I was over there by the Air
Okay.
Force Base over by
Okay.
Nellis.
Yeah.
Eagle Trail. Eagle Trail.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I stay near the 215. So I'm right off the 215 Losi. I don't know if you
Oh yeah. Because I was
yeah.
driving Uber too, so I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what I said. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking
Yeah.
about moving to Miami though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just to you know what I'm saying, kind of stay on this side,
Mhm.
kind of close to the family. And the reason why I had got the California gig because I was living over there, and then my security clearance helped me out to get the
Okay.
thing. And
So
one
you
of my
do got a
homies,
clearance.
yeah, I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, so
So
it was.
so you still work. Well, let me ask you this. You work like you still work for the government, like DOD or something like that?
No, we
Or
work. It's like
I don't know
it's like
what
a.
I don't know what you could say though,
You're right. I can't. Yeah, so I can tell you like what we kind of do. So it's a government contracting agency, right? And they
Okay.
just they're awarded contracts
Mm-hmm.
from the government. We work on like admin panel, like you in the army, right? So it'd be like a general's
Yeah.
admin panel. We work on that, like the
Oh
front end on
yeah.
that. We work
Yeah.
on like we might have to like migrate the database to something else. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of it because as you know, with the military, we using Angular. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're using like we're not using like
Oh
the
yeah.
newest fresh stuff that I want to work
I
on. You know
know.
what I mean? So it's like,
I know.
and I do want a little bit more money too, but like right now it's cool because of the remote stuff. But I am working on. I'm actually transition over. I want to do iOS development. Make
Okay.
iPhone apps because I got a buddy. He works at Amazon doing that, and I was like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool. You do Linux, so I mean,
Yeah.
I love Linux. Linux is lit.
Now you ever looked into like starting your own contracting company? Because
Yes.
that's something I'm looking at doing. I'm in the works with a partner right now, but we looking at trying to start bidding on contracts. So I was just curious if you
Oh,
had thought about doing something like that.
yeah, definitely. I think about that all the time because I mean, to be honest, like right now they kind of want us. They working on where they want us to go back on site, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I still got to like January till that happens. They
Okay.
were talking about November, but now it's like January.
Okay.
And if I had my own thing, I wouldn't have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't to
Yeah.
worry about going
And
back
then
on
you
site or
get
nothing.
and then you get paid off of the people that you hire too, depending on what they requiring for the contract. Because you can actually, like, if you get in, because all right, a lot the way it work, I don't know if you familiar with how it work, but the way it work is the government requires these big companies that win the contract to hire out a certain amount of the positions, or not hire it out, but kind of sell part of the permissions to another company. and the other company has to use it could be like 25% of the positions have to be from a subcontractor. And so you could be that well, you obviously have to have build up some type of rapport, and you have to, start small, maybe like 1 or 2 positions. But I know a couple guys that are actually doing it, and that's who I'm getting information on how to actually get it all started and everything. But yeah, that it is possible to get into those contracts, and you can get a couple positions, after a couple years of, putting in the work and stuff, and you'll get the money. Basically, it's just like the contracts that you currently work, probably. I'm sure that's what it is. The government sends the money to the company. The company, divvies it out. And so you'll be a separate entity, but they'll divvy their portion out that they're paying you for the services that you provide as a subcontractor, and then you divvy it out to your employees, based on the rates
I
that
think
you
that's
hire
what they
them
do.
for.
I think that's what they do with us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because right now
Oh, yeah.
we wait until the new fiscal year.
Yeah. Yep. October.
Right. So we moving real kind of slow. You know how it is. Like, So, but I think when
money
that comes
low.
up, money low. Right. So that's why I've been having a lot more time, and we hadn't really had too many projects like that, like we had back in the summer. But no, man, that's I'm glad you brought that up, because that is one negative I will say, that I'm not really around other people who are like, like being remote right now. Like that's why I'm trying to get more active on Twitter and YouTube. Though I can you get what I'm saying, see more people, see more stuff going on. Because like right now I'm kind of like, I don't want to say secluded, but it's not as if I was in San Francisco right now, or it'd be like, you know what I mean? You know how it is. I'd be everywhere I could talk. But right now I'm like, I'm kind of cheating the system a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But they no, you're right though, man. That
I mean, I'm doing
idea.
it too. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm doing it too, bro. I don't know if I told you, but I actually work out of San Diego.
Oh, that boy. Oh,
and I'm living in Vegas.
Yeah, I think you did an O'Shea panel. I remember that. Yeah.
Yo, brother Lou and brother KIT, I gotta step away for a few minutes, man. I'll be right back. All right?
Okay.
Y'all got it.
Yeah, we'll hold it down. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, how'd you get in? How'd you get in Linux, brother?
See, that's the thing, bro. I don't do Linux professionally. This has all been all right. Let me explain why I actually created my channel. And I've been around the manosphere for a while, and one thing I remember O'Shea used to always say, "Oh, we need more brothers to create content. We need more brothers to get in here and show their skills or whatever." And so around that time, I was learning Linux and trying to fully understand it, and it was kind of like a side hobby away from my job. And so I would always watch these Linux videos, and it'll be people that don't look like me, you know what I'm saying? It's white guys teaching it or whatever. So I was like, man, this is not that hard once I started picking it up and everything. And I'm like, well, let me start making my own videos, And I remember O'Shea would say that, hey, create a channel. We need more brothers, more black brothers, showing their skills and all that stuff. So that was just one thing I was interested in. I said, well, let me just start trying to create videos on it, because if you look at my first year of videos, they were trash, because I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
me too.
You just gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
that's how it started. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's facts, man. Because like right now, I'm like I don't, because I did want to come to your platform, but I felt like, I'm not gonna lie, like I felt like it was hard for me to like teach it, because in a way, the situation how I got the job, I don't think I can really easily replicate that. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't. So that's why I didn't really want to talk about it. I can't really show what my projects. I can show you like me coding and me on typing away and stuff like that, but I can't show like what I'm doing. But like that's why I was doing Spanish, and I also want to like make more app development type courses, because I'm with you on that. So I'm glad you said that, because at first I was thinking like Like, you don't really have to talk. You can just talk about what you skilled at. You don't have to talk
Yeah.
about like your job. You can just talk about
Yeah.
right, like
Cause that's
Python.
something, yeah, that's something totally separate, bro. And that's most of the like a lot of the, and this was something I found out later on, but a lot of these content creators that are like big that do or just show like, well, at least in my area of Linux, the guys work at fucking, I mean, oh, I'm cursing. Well, X don't care, but guys working at fucking Best Buy or something. The guy or one of the guys working at was working at Staples or something. You know what I'm saying? And as a manager, and he just during his off time, he talks about Linux. You know what I'm saying? And that could easily be done for anybody that's, you know, I mean, you could be learning Python, and once you get your skills up, you know, because all the information is out there available for you to learn it, you know,
Right.
and then you don't have to actually work in a tech job in order to learn Python. You
No,
know what
you
I'm
don't.
saying?
Especially
So
Python. You're right.
yeah.
You
So
could be
you
like an
have an
accountant.
advantage because you already know or at least understand the concepts of writing or programming something. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
you could easily get you a Google Cloud server or something, create a project. Yeah, and that's one thing with you, man. You can create an interface using just Google API. All you gotta do
Yeah,
is sign up
like a
for it, and it's
right.
free. You know,
Yep. You
so
know, I got this one. Do you like basketball?
yeah, well, a
I
little
see. I
bit.
see. I
I'm
see the.
not
I
that
saw
much.
the hat. I saw the hat.
Yeah,
So I just assumed, but yeah, I made like I made like this sports app or whatever. But
hmm
it's kind of this is the first iteration of it. But
hmm
I'm trying to move it over to mobile because I want you could do more with iOS. Like the
yeah.
operating system. Do you got an iPhone?
Nah, I got Android.
You got an
Yeah,
Android? Okay.
Linux.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know. I'm an Apple supremacist. I ain't gonna lie.
I got you. I got you.
but
So you
but yeah,
know Swift?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then I'm working on Swift UI right now because it's because I really don't like cross-platform development. You know what I mean?
hmm
Like Flutter. I tried Flutter, and I mean it seemed like you could do more with the native stuff, like
Yeah.
like Kotlin and Swift. But yeah, that's what I want. That's what I'm transitioning to right now because I see just it's like a lot of opportunity with the iOS development.
hmm Yeah. Most
Because
definitely.
JavaScript is I don't my bad. I don't want to bring this like a tech. We bring like a tech
I know, right?
tech conversation, but
I was
JavaScript
kind of
is.
hoping they didn't do that because I didn't want to take away from,
I mean,
the
you pull it up though, man.
yeah,
Hey, you can ask whatever you want, man. You pull it
for
up,
sure.
bro.
For sure, for
I
sure.
love talking tech though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, nah, I'm definitely gonna bring you on, bro. I don't know can you put your email address in the back chat or something so I can send you an email
Yeah,
and
I got you.
we can
Yeah, I got
schedule something. And cause if you trying to do some tech stuff, bro, I'm willing to help you, bro. So that's one thing about my channel. I mean, and I hate to say it that way, but it's kind of hard for me to share certain people because it's not really tech related. You know what I'm
you. Right.
saying? In order to, but if you're doing something tech related, bro, I'm gonna support you, and you're in the manosphere and all that stuff, so I'm gonna support you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So, and
I
then I can
appreciate
bring
you
you
too.
on and try to push some of the tech folks that I know over there. And then also, what last thing I was gonna say to you, yeah, definitely get on social media, bro, and start interacting. They got a whole bunch of people under this hashtag Black Tech Twitter.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that on. Yep, I have.
And
Yep.
I found so many tech people that are not in this space, and not that I'm just looking for anybody outside this space, but it's a lot of black tech people out there that are not in this space that we don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? That are even out there making content. It's like, I don't know if you've looked at some of my videos, but some of my videos I brought in people, they were, I found them from Black Tech Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And so just
Right.
by searching that hashtag, and I always posted in my stuff, so people started reply or reposting and sharing and all that stuff. If just by putting that hashtag in there, you find a lot of people and network with a lot of people that are in the tech space and that are black and that are trying to help people get into this field. So that's how I've been able to keep finding people. Yeah, that's how I've been keep finding people to interview, because I in this space I would have been ran out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause ain't nobody here really talking about tech other than me, Gabe, you, and a few other guys, Tech G. You know what I'm saying? I would have been ran out of people to talk to about tech. You know what I'm saying? Or try to push it. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely bring you on.
I saw you in Coding Phase chat. You know what I mean? I was like,
oh yeah,
boy.
yeah.
I was like, he was taking everywhere, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, he just popped in the algorithm on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Probably
yeah. Whenever you watch tech videos, it'll start coming up. I think I might have been looking at programming stuff at the time. Yeah, and that's the thing with the algorithm. When you start liking stuff or looking into something, because that's the thing. I was having an issue with some Python script I was working with, and I watched a couple videos on that, and what he talked about is programming. So I remember that popped up in my feed, because of that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. You're right about that. I put my email in the back, bro. We can
I just got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. And salute to you, brother X, for bringing them brother on, man.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying? He putting out great information.
This is what we do here, man. This is what we do here.
Oh yeah, I made my bones a long time ago. So I got you.
I don't have a problem with brothers with different perspectives. See, I'm not like other people, oh man, if you got a different perspective than me, I don't want to have no conversation with you. See, to me, that's just stupid to me. All right. So, I mean, bringing him on, he might can encourage other brothers to, do whatever, brings them peace, man. Because I think a lot of times, and I spoke to Brother Lou about this earlier, a lot of times, man, brothers can't find peace. And I think often they can't find peace because what really will give them peace, you got other people in their fucking ear telling them, oh, don't do it, don't go, don't do this, stay here, all this kind of nonsense, and it keeps these brothers from finding peace because they have to have this freaking loyalty, they have to be tethered to this bullshit that doesn't really mean anything. It only means something to the people who telling them that shit, and it doesn't really mean anything to the brother himself. And a lot of times I think brothers miss out on some of their happiness because they're being goaded and kind of boxed in, to this particular freaking trope or genre, or this freaking a loyalty to whatever, whether it be black manhood, blackness, black folks, black this, black that, and they get trapped in that shit, listening to motherfuckers who ain't gonna do shit even close to what you're doing in your life. All right. Those are the people. Notice the people who are more likely to try to screw with your ability to have success are usually the most unsuccessful people.
You're right about that. The hate, yeah, and they mostly like faceless trolls. You know what I mean? They ain't, they not gonna camera. You look at their content, it's all about somebody else. It's never about building. It's never about learning and exploring. It's always like you said, some negativity, man. And
the most unsuccessful people will always try to dissuade you, man, from your success, and they will try to dissuade you from being successful, whether it be successful in your career, successful in your relationship, successful in your living situation. They will always try to fucking dissuade you from it. Why? Because they haven't found success in any of that shit, and they don't want nobody else doing it either. Absolutely not.
And that's why this statement I always stick with me, and I always say it, and you guys have all heard it in the space before, but just eat the meat, spit out the bones. Just get what you need, that can help you with your situation from whoever you listen to, and then just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why I don't know. I don't get into following a lot of people, or I don't know. I just always been that type of person, kind of like a loner or whatever. You know what I'm saying, or whatever you want to call it, like introverted, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, just get the information, because I mean, not to use people, but get the information, and then if it applies to your life, applies to your life, and just keep it moving and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? And if you learn something and you can help someone else, pass the information on, pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Right.
hey, y'all have a good night though. And Lou, bro, I'm gonna definitely hit you up in the email, man. Shout
Yeah.
out, brother X. Definitely
Absolutely.
appreciate it. Yep. And I catch you guys later.
Salute.
My
Thanks for coming
brother.
through, man. Keep it
All right,
taking.
no
Peace.
problem. No problem.
Peace,
Peace.
brother KIT.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
said, brother X, thanks for having me on, man.
Oh, absolutely,
Everybody,
man.
all the young, all the Titans come through here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I was like, hey, man, this is like the, when you're a comedian, you got that legendary spot. Everybody got to come through. You know what I mean? Like they gotta show themselves. So I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like let me up, because you could have been
Yeah,
like, nah, like
like
nah.
brother Super Sly puts it really, really well. He says that this channel is like the watering hole. Like, this where all the zebras and the alligators and the lions and they all come here. And this is the one place they can all get a drink and nobody try to kill each other and shit. So,
Right.
I it makes me glad that brothers come through here, because anybody who's anybody of any note has been on this channel. I don't
Right.
give a fuck who it is. I don't give a
Everybody.
fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck who it is. You can think of anybody of note that you can think of. They've been here.
Yo,
Whether that motherfucker got 500 subscribers or fucking a million, you
they've been
call
through
his
here.
name. Yeah, you call his name. They've been here. They've been on this motherfucker right here. And I'm not even talking. I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that. But I've even had a lot of people of note from outside of this space have been here.
But you know what? You know what, brother X?
they've
I
been
know
here.
what you just said. I catch myself doing that too. Like I'm not trying to brag. It's like, man, you should though. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. I mean, I get it, humility. I understand it, but you're not really bragging. I mean, it's like if you got a Lamborghini. I mean, you know what I mean. You got one. You know what I'm saying?
Should
You
be
got
saying, look at my Lamborghini, you Negroes.
right. Well, you get a mad then. You know what I'm saying? But if you pulling up, they gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying? People know. Everybody come through here, man. Everybody.
Yeah, yeah. There's not too many places I go and people don't know who I am. I've been at this a while. I've been around most of the brothers. Most of the brothers that are big and they have large followings now. I mean, those are some of the brothers that helped me build my channel. I mean, they came along and some of their we cross pollinated, and some of their subscribers came to me, and it kind of built my channel, so to speak. I, I make this no secret. I didn't come to YouTube for money. Of course, like anybody else, I make a few pennies here and there, but you know, to me, I'd rather have the respect of the brothers than the money, because I don't really need their money. I make my own.
Right.
I tell people this shit all the time. I don't need your money, motherfucker. I make my own money. I need
Right.
your respect, though. All right. Your respect means a lot. And it means a lot to me to be respected amongst so many brothers.
Right.
For that, man, that means, because respect is worth more than money to me.
Yeah.
That's it's like
If you give
currency.
him raids,
It's like
you said it
currency.
right out my mouth, because it is like currency, because you can, like you said, you can hit somebody up and be like, can
Yeah.
you give me a shout out who done came, or you know what I mean, or like you
Oh
said,
yeah.
respect goes a long way.
There's not too many brothers I can hit up and tell them to come on, and they'll say no. I
Right.
mean,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter who it is, especially when you're talking about brothers within the, circle of influence of the spear. I mean, ain't
Yeah.
too many motherfuckers I can hit them. I just don't do it like that. Because I could hit them up and get probably pretty much anybody on. All right, pretty much anybody. But I don't do that. I hit brothers up when what I'm talking about, I think it's a topic that, they can give some good input on. I mean, I hit brothers up, when we debate
Right.
and shit like that. But I usually, only hit brothers up to come on when, there's something that I think they can have some input in. And like I said, I mean, not too many brothers tell me no. I mean, from the biggest YouTubers to the smallest ones, they don't, they don't tell me no. Especially the people we watch regularly, because I know you and I, we probably watch a lot of the same people.
Right.
And I can get into those brothers on my shit whenever I
Right.
want. And guess what? I can come on their shit whenever I want.
Yep.
I mean, that's just what it is. And that means the world to me, man. More so than views, more so than money, because I know a lot of people can't say that shit. A lot of people
Mhm.
can't say that.
They can't.
Yeah.
Some people don't even. Yeah, some
Yeah,
people ain't got no respect.
a lot of people can't say that shit, man.
It's
So
cats with, it's cats with a lot of subscribers can't get no respect. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true, man. And it's I appreciate that $5 super chat, brother KIT. When you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Yeah, man.
you know
Respect
what?
is big. It is.
You know what, too, brother? I wanted to say this too. It's like I knew trolls. And I knew people would talk about the travel community, but I didn't think it'd be this many black people. You know what I mean? I didn't think it'd be like that. Like I would. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. You would think like I actually. My bad. Mic check. Hear me?
Yeah, you good. Go ahead.
They my bad. My headphone came out. Okay, we should be good. Yeah. So I talked to like other people, like other groups of people, and I was like explaining to them something about that little passport, bro, like how they were going in on passport, bro, that little one time a couple months ago. And I was telling them about it. They were like, huh? They're like, people making fun of y'all for traveling. I was like, yeah, bro, that shit's crazy. Like nobody else can really like fathom that that's a thing. You get what I'm saying? Like that's just insane to me. Like, like you said, yeah, and you're right. Black men, it's not even, what's funny, brother X too, is even when I talk to black women that I know and I tell them about Colombia, they don't have any negative things to say. They're like, oh, really? Oh, you speak Spanish? Oh, yeah, I gotta come out there. Like, I'm gonna hit you up when I come out there. But then, like you said, it'd be these dudes with the hate. They'd be these dudes, these 2-hour, 3-hour live streams, 4, 5, 6-hour live streams. It ain't women.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Well, you're doing some shit that they're not doing. I'll say again, a lot of us, we don't travel. We never leave that old ran down ass block that we live on. And, we see that as normal, because one thing that I've noticed, even before, being on media and shit like that, is that black people never expect you to break out of the so-called norm of what black society offers. So when you do that, I think they see it as some type of betrayal when you're doing all this shit. I've heard people say, oh man, you trying to live like a white man, you trying to if you do anything to broaden your horizons, it's automatically white or whatever. Or
yeah, if anything constructive, positive, like it's always you trying to be white. Like you said, expanding your mind, learning new skill sets. I remember
that's white folk stuff.
When I was coming into like my career, I remember it was like networking. I was either gonna do networking or programming, right? And black dudes was like, I can't do that programming shit. That's for white folks.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
that's for white people.
And I'm like, what? Like, and then they be talking about, man, I wish I could do that shit, man. They work from home and I got to be on these servers and hooking shit up. And I'm like, see, you already, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even say you can't do it because you black? Because it's not a lot of black people doing it. You think you can't do it? Come on,
absolutely, absolutely, man.
But if I was, you know what I'm saying, like, and you know what's funny? It's like most black people ain't even good at basketball like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like most dudes is trash. So it's like you might as well be a computer programmer or something.
One out of 750,000 freaking brothers make it to the NBA. One out of
Right.
750,000. That's 750,000 people, man. All right.
And how many people have been in the NBA? What, 600, 800 of all time? And
Man.
it's a lot. You can sprinkle a lot of white boys in there too. So it's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
the numbers is really not in your favor. And if you're not 6'8", you might well not even have that dream for real. For real, I hate to say it.
Yeah. Well, we spoke about this a little bit last night. The reason why a lot of brothers don't, take the leap and do something that's going to be very beneficial to their life. Let's be honest here, man. A lot of us just aren't capable, and then there's a lot of us who don't have the desire, the interest, or the ability to do these things. Now, they will tell you it's some other shit. They'll tell you it's because, the white man's keeping them from doing it. They'll tell you, I need to stay around here because this is where my people are and I'm for my people and all this so kind of foolishness. But in reality, a lot of us just aren't capable of doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of us aren't capable of doing it. So if you run into someone who is capable of doing it, the first thing you want to do is accuse him of trying to be like a white person. But you turn around and give some of these Negroes some money. Give some of these Negroes some money and watch how they be trying to live like a white person too. The so-called live like a white person.
Right.
You give these Negroes some money. Give them some money.
Give them some money. Yeah, that's a good point. If they move around white people, they'll act like they're better than you. If they're wearing white name brand clothes, they think they're better than you. If you wearing like FUBU, they're like, oh, you wearing that weak ass FUBU. They'll get on, or Big Baller brand, or they'll talk about like say my channel, right? I'm starting up. You struggling, ain't it?
Yeah.
You only got 500 subscribers.
Oh yeah. Oh
they'll
yeah.
do all that. It's just like,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But then they get onto a white dude platform. Mother got 500 subscribers. They be sorry. They'll mute their mics and
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
know?
Oh yeah. You will get to see the true colors of people because see, it's easy to be loyal. It's easy to be dedicated to something. It's easy to claim something when that something, whether it be people, places, or things, if you aren't in a position where you can be above this particular thing that you're being loyal to. It's sort of like, this whole let's talk about people talking about blackness and shit like that, right? They talk about how loyal they are to black and black folks and black women and black neighborhoods and black cats, if you will.
black
right?
black Cadillac trucks.
Yeah. So they're loyal to that. You know why? Because they're not in a position to be elevated above it. But like I said, get them Negroes some money where they can elevate themselves above all of that, and all of that talk changes. All of that thinking changes. Okay? It's easy to be loyal to something when you have few options. Otherwise, but give a Negro some money and give him some options and watch how fast, he starts exploring all those extra options, because I think that a lot of us would probably travel and go to other countries and do all kinds of shit if we could.
If we could.
Yes, if we could. All right. But being that a lot of us, the bulk of us, don't do it, all right, whether it be lack of ability, desire, or interest. So we say, oh man, y'all going to check out them dirty feet. Y'all going to get them women in huts and all this so kind of foolishness.
It's so funny because like it's just funny because it's not true. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just laugh at it now. I'm just like, I just troll them back. I'm like, yep, I gotta have them dirty feet, dog. Like,
yeah,
I need them dirty. Like,
well, what do you think about? Because I've heard this too. Okay. And I actually used to believe this too, but I've talked to brothers, who've traveled, and I'm talking to you tonight.
And I think I know what
They
you're about to say.
Yeah, they say, brothers, y'all go over there and y'all get these women. These women, they're really, really poor, and they like, live in the woods or whatever. And y'all get them, yeah, y'all get them, and y'all clean them up and do all this kind of bullshit. Do you see that there? Is that true? Is there truth to that?
Well, I mean, you know what is true? They are poor. I mean, that's
Mhm.
just women don't have, you know, the fail. Like I said, the fail safes. You know what I mean? They don't have Section 8, SNAP. They don't have those things.
Mhm.
So they're going. Oh, you said trolling on Nate channel? I like to mess with cats like that. Over Nate's cool. I love Nate. He's a good dude. And no, so they are poor. I mean, and I think that actually works out in our favor because I mean they it's not dependent, it's interdependent.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? It's like a symbiotic relationship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like I help her, she helps me. Like, she cooks, cleans, wash my clothes. I don't have to worry about all that stuff. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I just kind of just work and just work out or whatever. And she just handles all the other stuff. And I mean, are they poor? I mean, compared to America, yeah. I mean, yeah, a lot of people are poor. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it's I say this though, brother X, they're not in debt.
Mm.
They're
There
not
it
in debt.
is.
They're not in debt. So I
And
mean
there it
that's
is.
so I ain't got to worry about if we do get married. I ain't got to take on her debt or student loans or medical bills. I ain't got to worry about none of that.
Mhm.
And where she from, we were talking about it, man. You can get she told me you can get like a 2-story house, I think a 3-bedroom for like $6,000 right now in Venezuela.
Wow. Wow. See what I'm talking about?
But that's just because it's
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
it currency is hyperinflated.
Yeah. I mean, I think what often happens is people just don't understand. We are people that things that we don't understand, we automatically think. If we don't think it's for white folks, we just think it's flat out wrong because our asses don't understand it. Me myself, I don't understand that. Uh, just because something doesn't fit a stereotype or fit a certain description, I don't think it should be automatically written off. Nor do I think the people who engage in it should be written off. Okay, because a
Mhm.
lot of us, we have this thing, man. Especially when you talk about black men. Black men, we just they just expect us to do all this shit and think about everybody else except ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So what they see it as is, oh man, you done left the community, you done left the hood, you done left this, you done left that. Me, I look at shit like that and I'm like, damn, isn't that the idea? Uh, I, why would you want to be saddled down into some ran down fucking neighborhood that there's no money there, there's no opportunity there, there's no this there. And when I say that to people, "Oh, well, y'all can start businesses in the hood and shit like that." Yeah, if your black ass want to be broke and not have no damn money. I was talking to brother I was talking to brother Supreme today and we were talking about that. And I was like, you can start a business like in like the ghetto some fucking where, and you can be a person who tries to hire black folks and help black folks out and do all this kind of shit. And those would be the first motherfuckers who find themselves robbed and shot and killed and all that kind of nonsense, you know. And these people, they won't even say anything. And this is a person who's a solid member of the community. He give
Yep.
your mammy credit when she broke, all that old kind of shit. And these would be the same people who will run up in that store and rob these fucking people. And,
Yep.
and then when the person gets shot or killed or whatever, code will keep them from saying anything, even if they know who it is. But
Right.
code didn't keep these Negroes from robbing the fucking store.
Yeah,
So
and brother, one of my cousin, man, you know, his murder is still unsolved, and it's been what 7 years,
wow.
and everybody in the hood knows who did it,
Hmm.
but won't
Yeah.
nobody step forward.
No.
So it's like I'm supposed to be loyal to this,
Yeah.
ain't no loyalty amongst this. You
Mm-mm.
know what I'm saying? It's like I tell SKC, you know, how can you have we talked about this platform. How can you have a black nation with no black code, no black constitution? Like there's
No.
nothing written for us. Notice, brother, everything that black people for the most part follow is unwritten guidelines, unwritten
Yeah.
documentation
Yeah.
that nobody can find the source of. It's just you
No.
don't do this, don't do. It's always we're supposed to do things that don't make us look bad
Yeah.
or something like that.
See, it's a code, brother Lou. But see, the code is whatever anybody says it is.
Right,
You see, it
right.
changes.
It just flip right. It goes with the
Yeah,
wind, right?
yeah, it vacillates. You know, whenever you
Yep.
want it to be this, this is what
Hmm.
it is. But it can be the exact opposite tomorrow.
Right.
It could be the exact opposite
Right.
tomorrow if you say it. Oh, that's cold. That's
Right.
why
Like,
when on my channel, I don't let motherfuckers come on and talk that cold shit. You know why? Because see, some of the most off-color, off-code shit I've seen in my life, I've seen right here. All right. All
mm-hmm.
right. These motherfuckers are about code and also kind of nonsense. But see, they want to use the code when it is advantageous to them to use said code. Therefore, the code does not fucking exist. If it can be changed every other day, that motherfucker don't exist. You can't amend the code when it suits your black ass. Okay, if it's
Right.
the code, it's the code.
Right.
But
Like
see,
the Constitution, you can't just
yeah,
change it to how you want it. Or the
yeah, whatever
laws,
you
it has to
want,
be right.
so it can suit your situation or suit your life. And that's kind of where we are when we talk about, code and all this so kind of bullshit. Because motherfuckers use code whenever they want. Because there's a lot of shit going on inside of black society that's fucking off code. The code that everyone speaks of. There's a lot of it that goes on in black society, but people don't call that off code. What they call off code is when you go off and be with a woman that ain't black. What they call off code is when you go off and live somewhere and get away from stupid ass Negroes. What they
Right.
call off code is when you say, "Look, I don't want to be part of this ghetto nigga shit." Now you
Right.
all see all of that is off code, but knocking old ladies in the head, taking their purses,
Yep.
that's not off code. Robbing liquor stores,
That's not
that's
off
not off
code.
code. You know, I
Stealing
mean, stealing
carjacking.
cars, that's
That's not
not
off
off.
code.
Yeah,
Can't talk about that.
yeah. Having a trap house, that ain't off code.
Right.
Okay,
Exactly.
but if you
Selling drugs. Yeah.
selling crack, that ain't off code. But if you elevate yourself and make a better life for yourself, you're off code.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, brother X. When I was living in Vegas, I mean, it was just horrible, man. I mean, it was like there was police was out there every day. They was shooting through the foyer one time, and then one time a bullet went through my building. I mean, it went through my window, excuse me. And I'm just like, why am I living like this? You know, I'm supposed to be around my peoples. You know what I mean? Why am I like in danger? But then they'll call you weak and stuff like that. And that's another thing I want to talk about too, brother X. Like the whole I hear the whole I'm sure you heard it too, you running away, right?
Mm-hmm.
You running away from and it's like, no, I'm not running away, I'm running towards something.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just leaving that it's in the rearview mirror. I'm just that whole all that hood shit, all that nonsense on code. Here's my thing, right? I'm not necessarily telling people to denounce your US. If you love America, I'm not here to talk down on y'all or nothing like that. All I'm saying is expand your horizons. You may be able to finagle, not gonna say finesse, but like you may be able to work something out to where you have more benefits. Like there's a thing called a foreign income exclusion.
Mm-hmm.
If you work outside of the United States for up to like 330 days, you can write off up to $120,000 of your income. You don't have to pay taxes on that. So I mean, there's incentives to be an expat. You know what I mean? It's like America kind of be like, hey, you can kind of, you got to pay that much if you out the country, and then they got it's just like a lot of channels about people living in like Mexico, like El Salvador's about to boom because they just made Bitcoin the legal tender. It's like so it's just like I said, man. I'm right with you, brother X. It just seems like just the haters, or I hate talking about them niggas like that. They just anytime a black man is doing something that like you said, they'll call this white. You know what I mean? Like traveling. That's what white boys do.
You
You
living a white life.
climbing mountains. That's some white boy shit. You hiking, nigga? What?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you've ran away, brother Lou. You're living white, because you're living good. If you living good now, you living white.
You living white, right?
Yeah, if you living good, you're living white. I mean, it's the craziest of things because anything that's great is white somehow. Like,
they bring that white supremacy shit.
If you living good, you living great, got a nice house, got a nice woman, nice family, you make a good living, you're living like a white man. See, you can only live like a black man if you living in the fucking ghetto, okay? You got rats and roaches and shit running through your fucking house, okay? You got this woman that you met, she had 5 kids when you met her already. See, now you're living black, okay? That's living. Now you're living black if you're living like that. You broke, you don't own shit. Everything you own can fit in the Toyota Corolla.
You play 2K all day.
Yeah, all day. You living in the fucking basement. You can hear the fucking boiler firing over. Because it's right next to your bed. See,
Mama
that's
hollering
black.
at you. That's black, right.
That's black.
That's real nigga shit.
Yeah, that's black right there now. All right, you living down in grandma's cellar. Goddamn, you don't own shit. You grinding to survive. Selling motherfucking mixtapes out the back of the trunk of grandma's car. Not even your car. Out of the back of the trunk of grandma's fucking Toyota Corolla. Now that's black.
You take it right up my mouth. I'm about to say selling mixtape.
Now that's black. We've been rejoined by my man, brother KRT. What's good with it, man?
What's up, man? I had one more question I wanted to ask Lou. So I remember, and then maybe this won't apply to you because, I mean, you just pretty much everybody working remote anyway. A lot of people are working remote, but when I did contracting in Afghanistan, if I stayed out of the US, if I was working and I was outside, my home record was outside of the US for 330 something days. Yeah, 30 days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you get the tax-free benefits for that? Or since your home record might still be in California or wherever?
Yeah, my home record still in California. And like they still kind of got me as that, and I haven't been here that long. I've only been here 6 months.
Okay,
and I'm about to leave, and I think it's if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 330 consecutive, right? Keep it checking.
Yeah, it's
like
gotta
no
be.
Break.
Well, no, it could be a break in between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you have to be out of the country within that tax year. You have to be out of the country 330 something days. So out that year. So you obviously can't do it for this year because you just say you just got there, right? Well,
I got here in March. Yeah, 6 months, right?
So yeah, you would definitely fall out of it. But on forward, right?
No, that's the plan. Brother X. Okay. I mean, keep that. That's exactly because I want to leave, because I'm still on a tourist visa out here. So I am kind of dirty, right? I am kind of low key illegal right now. But I talked to the lawyer and the people. They said that people do this all the time, so I can leave in December and then come back for the next calendar year, which is gonna be January. And then, like I said, man, I'm really working on like just starting my own business, doing like freelancing. The freelancing is a lot tougher than I thought it'd be, but I'm still kind of getting that going. Yeah, and that's the plan, bro. Like to get up my foreign income exclusion. I want to, make like a good amount of money. That way I could just write it off.
And that's why I brought it up, because most people don't know that. And let's say you make, I don't know what you make, but let's say you make, I don't know, $80,000 in a year. You get to take home $80,000 that year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want brothers to know that that's why I brought up that question. You know what I'm saying? Is because I think it as long as you don't make over a certain amount, you get to take all that shit. Take all of it home.
It's like 120. It's like 120. Yeah.
And when I was doing it, and this was back in 2012, 13, 14, 15, up in that area, it was like 90,000 or 95,000. And then it went up. It always goes up with inflation.
Right.
Yeah, as far as the amount that they will fully tax you on. But anything over that amount, the kicker is, though, anything over that amount, like is 120 now, they charge you at the highest rate, or at least one of the highest rates. Yeah, so,
right. Yep. And that's why some people talk about renouncing the U.S. Like like I said, I'm not making I'm not making high, like I'm not making money like that yet, so I'm not thinking about it. But that's why some people talk about renouncing their U.S. citizenship, because, like you said, you get taxed like mercilessly. Yeah, and if you try to renounce your citizenship, they tax you on the way out. Like it's like America getting America get they pound the flesh out of you, boy. That's why I'm like. And if I was over in California right now, man, my rent would be like $3,600.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me, I was looking at moving to, because I told you earlier I work out of San Diego. I was looking at moving to San Diego from Vegas. Man, I seen how much people is paying for fucking, man, it's too expensive down there. It's crazy. But I just wanted to bring that point up. I'm gonna hop back down because it's all about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take away from your stuff. So
it's all good, brother.
No, you can stay up. You can stay up if you want, brother K.
No, I'm gonna hop down though, because I'm actually working on something too, but I'm still listening. And that was one of the questions I wanted to ask him earlier. And something you just said, like maybe 5 minutes ago or something, I heard you say it, and it made me think about that tax question. I was going to ask you.
Foreign income exclusion.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right then, man. I'll catch y'all later though. Yeah.
All right, Brody.
Brother KIT.
And it's my last time.
Well, let's talk about that before we wrap up. Let's talk about the financial aspect of being an expatriate. Let's talk about that. How would that work for a brother? Say a brother, he's like you, he makes a good living, he's got to be concerned about taxable income and things like that, right?
Right. So I know Colombia, most countries have this. If you stay a certain amount of time, like I believe Colombia, if you stay over 180 days, you become like a citizen. You have to pay taxes pretty much. So I'm going to pay that on my way out. Right. I'm going to pay it on my way out. Like I said, we just talked about the foreign income exclusion. For the most part, though, the cost of living is so low though that it outweighs it. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, like on paper, it looks like I make a lot of money, but with California taxes, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would not be living as well as I am if I was in California. I would have to have like roommates, and you know what I'm saying? I would have to have a car, and then that's another bill. And just, it's like, and I'm kind of early in my career. So I'm not really like I'm going up as I go, but it's it's just a lot better starting out here, traveling, doing the whole remote work. That's why shout out to COVID-19. I mean, because we could do this. We could do this whole remote work thing, and you can take advantage of these low cost countries, and like I said, even the tax situation, it won't be that bad because, like I said, the cost of living is so low. Like this spot here, right? Yeah, I paid $920, and it's a 2-bedroom. We're in like a nice area downtown Poblado. I mean, it's just pretty. It's like a condo. It's a really nice apartment building. So it's it's dope, man. The equivalent of this where I was at would be like 3,600.
It'd be like 2,000. Something that size would be like $2,000, $2,200 here, and you know,
Right.
in North Carolina, if you wanted to be somewhere decent, you
Right.
know,
Decent. Right.
if you want to live in some shithole, you know,
Right.
you know,
920. Right.
yeah, yeah. If you paying 920 down here, you're living in like straight shithole. You
Right.
hearing
Bum fuck. I mean,
yeah, you hearing gunshots
gunshots.
and the whole shit.
You get robbed, get stabbed. You can't even
Yeah,
go to the grocery
yeah,
store. Like,
yeah. Every night, gunshots, tires screeching, and dope heads are just walking around all night. I mean, that's what you would get for 900 down here. All right, and we're in the South. All right, so I mean, for brothers, like I said, I'll say this again, man. If brothers can go and make a good living, man, I mean, more power to y'all, man. You know, more power to y'all, brothers, man. And you know, anybody who anybody who detracts from it is somebody who, number one, probably doesn't know much about it, and number two, probably wish they black asses can do it. You know,
right.
that's what it all
Exactly.
comes down to, man. And I say more power to brothers like you and other brothers, man, who have found peace, man, and stability some fucking where else. Somewhere else.
Somewhere else, man. I mean, it's, I didn't even, like I said, when this whole journey started, it really wasn't the goal. You know what I mean? I actually, like told you, I fell into it. It was out of necessity to go to Mexico, but now, I'm an advocate, brothers. You gotta work hard, try to, get your skills right. You don't have to do pro, you don't have to do pro, you could do other things. You could do sales, you could do like custom. I know they got like customer service, they got call center people working from home, they got insurance sale, they got what's up. I had a stream on it. Most of it is tech for the most part, but accountants, I run into accountants who are working remote, architects, like some of those require some, it is some work. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You can't just, I mean, it's just like working out. You got to work towards something greater. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
don't want to like make it seem like it's all sunshine and roses. But another thing too, you can just, if you're a truck driver, save up your money, or you're a plumber, electrician, stack up. I would say move to Texas or Florida, and kind of do the 6 months or whatever. You stack up a lot of money for 6 months and then invest, learn trading or like options trading or day trading or whatever. And just I see people doing that. It's all type of ways to do it, man. It's a million ways to make it.
Yeah, man. And if you want to make it in another country, man, I tell you, brothers, man, go for it, man. I mean, go for it, man. Go for whatever fucking makes you happy and bring you peace. I've been saying that shit all night. Brothers, if it makes you happy and bring you peace, get on the fucking plane, man.
Get out of there.
Yeah, you won't get no argument from me, man. Brother Lou, man, I appreciate you coming on, brother. This was good tonight.
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it, man. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, man. It's a great conversation, man. And hopefully, those of you who checking it out late, maybe you'll go ahead, hit the playback, because maybe you're considering, becoming an expatriate yourself or doing some traveling. Brother Lou dropped some really, really good traveling gems on y'all. He talked about life, living in a Latin country. He talked about finances. He talked about working, and he also talked about women. One of you motherfuckers' favorite fucking topics. So
man.
he talked about all that shit tonight, y'all. So you might want to go ahead, man, and hit the replay, man, and check out what Brother Lou got going on tonight. And you probably as a matter of fact, go down there and check out Brother Lou's channel as well. Go down there, hit the bell, subscribe, do all the shit you're supposed to do, Negroes. All right.
I really appreciate it, man. If y'all come through, because we talk about Spanish, travel, money, Bitcoin, crypto, other stuff. I mean, we because like I said, I didn't really know like how to do with my channel, but we have fun over there. Everybody enjoys it. We got a nice little group of people come through on the live stream. So we have fun over there. It's tight. Y'all should come through.
Man. Do what you like, man. That's what I tell everybody about this channel. Do what the fuck you like, man. Fuck all the rest. Everything else will follow, man. Everything else will follow. Do the shit you like. That's all. And likewise, man, like in your life, young brothers, man, Do the shit that suits you. Fuck what suit everybody else, man. Because everybody else ain't living your fucking life. They're just not. All right. But
Big
once
fact.
again, man, thanks, brother Lou. I appreciate
Salute.
you coming through, man. Peace, man. And I'll see you. I know I'll see you somewhere
Oh,
else.
for sure. Oh, for sure. I want,
right.
once again, I appreciate you letting me on, brother X. You have a good one, man. Salute to
You
everybody
got
in
it,
the
man.
chat, and y'all have a good one, man. Peace.
Peace, my brother. Yeah. Just got off the line with brother Lou, and like I said, man, he dropped some real travel gems, man. So y'all might want to get down there and not only hit the replay on this, man, but check out brother Lou's channel, man. He dropped some real shit. Cause me myself, I just found out myself that he don't even fucking live in America. I thought he just like traveled to all these places. No, he fucking lives in these places. All right. He lives in these other places, you know? So shout out to brother Lou, man. And get on down there, man, and sub to Citizen Lou's channel. Like I said, subscribe, hit the bell, you lazy Negroes. All right. But yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. And I guess I'll remind y'all one more time before I get up out of here that tomorrow, man, we're gonna be talking about this here, man. Because this here is a mess, man. Down here on T.P.O.T YouTube page, we get on these old mamas, boy. And boy, we gonna get on them tomorrow. Yes, we are. For some reason, man, this story just sticks out. And what it did is it made me look up other stories. I got quite a few stories like this that I'm gonna show y'all tomorrow. This is just the most recent, but it's not even the most prolific, believe it or not. Believe it or not, it is not even the most prolific. So make sure you have your black behinds here tomorrow, man, because we're gonna be going in on this one. And like I said, I believe Brother Game Changer's coming through too. I'm hit him up tonight. Make sure he's still coming. So it'll be me and Brother Game Changer, man. We'll be breaking this down. You can go down to Game Changers because he did a stream on it the other day. So you can go down there and check him out. And make sure you hit them all to check us out, man, while we talk about this Caden Ingram case, man. All right. All right. So, oh shit. Appreciate that, brother Lou. I have no fucking idea. I know that's Colombian pesos. So it seems like it's a lot of them. That being the case, you get this. Uh-oh. A big coin drop on the platform. Appreciate that, brother Lou. I have no idea how much that is, but fuck it. Appreciate that coin drop, brother Lou, my man. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead, man, and wrap up. I guess I will see y'all tomorrow night. And be ready, man, because we got a couple big shows coming up in the next couple of weeks, man. We got some big shit in the works, because we be kind of working behind the scenes doing some shit, So check us out, man, and definitely make sure you here tomorrow, man. Make sure you are here tomorrow because we are going to talk about this fucking story, man, about this fucking woman killing this kid, man. How she killed him, why she killed him, and now she's being portrayed as a fucking victim. I can't believe it. But once again, big shout out to brother Citizen Lou. Y'all go down there and check brother Lou out. Yeah, I appreciate everybody, man, hanging out with us tonight, man, on the late night tip. You could have been anywhere on a Thursday night, man, but you decided to be here. I don't take you good folks lightly. I never have, and I never will. I appreciate all the good folks who hang out here and the good folks who hang out in here. All right? All right. So, with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words. You know. Like I always do. Open your mind.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, see, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost got $1 billion. Three PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hears these sirens and looks through the mirror and sees this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, punk. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Huh? Why do you think you never pick up the paper until you read over and over and see white families travel? You think it's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops shot my loved one 40 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are that? Think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, look, we saying, if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that anytime a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you used to drive a car. And if you use it wrong, then you lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to protect us? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, if we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Sack Fifth Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Weston House. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
Copy. San Antonio, Lincoln 6. Go ahead. Clear suspect down, 10-4. 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have 1 suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.